Okay, pre-show should start now. And the question is now, do I have the right grouping on D&D Beyond? Let me look. Gotta get myself muted. Perfect. Do. Extensions, my extensions. Edit the overlay. Perfecto. Campaign. Let me choose the right character so that all pops up proper. Okay. Save configuration. Saving. Perfect. Back to Twitch. Not what I meant. What the hell? Oh, there's a sport and fitness thing on Twitch. Interesting. Maybe I'll have to get into that. Alright. Oh, okay, so this is my creator studio. Perfect. Users in chat. Alright. We're just doing pre-show startup for those wondering. Why is Agent A hurt? I always forget.
What?
Why are you hurt so badly? You've got 19 health.
What did I do that fucked up? What did I fuck up this time?
I'm like looking at your numbers. It's like you should have gotten a long rest. Did you forget to load the long rest?
I thought I did. I guess it didn't process fully.
Yeah, you should do that because you should have had a long rest.
Wait, did we do anything? Well, besides the dungeon crawler, did we do anything else? Out of curiosity?
You played cards with an old guy that you thought was an actual NPC of note and only became an NPC of note after you decided to freak out about him. And you guys went to a party and chatted with a bunch of people.
Okay, so nothing new. Alright.
Mm-mm. Yeah, you didn't do any combat last session. Makina wanted to run away, remember? He realized the situation was hopeless and took off. Probably the smartest move he could have made. Also, how are you still playing CK2 and doing this?
Mobile. Duh.
Oh, ew.
You fucker.
I mean, that title's not wrong. Just hasn't been accurate as of recent. Speaking of my love life, let's see what's going on. Hey, you brought it up. It's your own fault.
I did not mean to.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is no. I'm not. I'm
So,
not. I'm not treading them waters there, but
good news, my little sister's work is closing because of the coronavirus.
yeah. Why am I
So,
not surprised?
yeah, and she's working up next to the Burgerville near my house over off of was it I
She works
over
at
by the movie
Burgerville?
theater. No, she
I thought she
works.
was.
Yeah, she's still working at that one place. I'm not giving it away on the online for that.
Ah,
Um,
gotcha.
but yeah, she's still working in retail. While going to school.
Hmm.
After I had to convince her to go back to school because she dropped out, which pissed me off to no end.
Yeah.
Little shit.
Wait, what?
Yeah, a little
She
shithead
dropped
decided.
out?
Yep, because she had a bad term, so she decided to drop out, and so I had to tell her to go back. And she's like, "Well, I was gonna go back." I'm like, "Yeah, sure you were. Uh huh. Fucking bullshit." Oh yeah, let me at Grim Legacy so they know what's going on. Oh no, please don't at me. At everyone. But yeah, so she dropped out. I was very upset about that. Now she's going back into her major. She's decided to major in accounting. Tried to warn her not to, but hey, no one listens to me these days, so why not? Speaking of not listening to me,
Huh? What?
the guy who's going into music. All right, yeah. So she decided to drop out because of a bad term, and now she's going back. Next term, her boyfriend El Gringo is saving up to get a car. He dropped out, or hasn't started yet. He's gonna start after he gets a car and they get their own place, which I accept because she needs to get out of her father's house. He's not a good. He's a decent guy. He's just not good for her. So yeah, and
Fun.
Fraz, I'm referring to the fact that you shouldn't go into studying music or production. You should go into something that makes money.
Okay.
You don't care what I say. It's okay. I understand.
Wait, you're
Um,
going for music too, Fraz?
Not music, like actual backstage stuff.
yeah,
Oh,
production.
like
Not just production, but any kind of backstage stuff. So events too.
There you go. So he's gonna be a planner. Also, Fuka, what do you mean you too? You aren't going to music, are you?
shit, I got caught up.
Fuka, you
What?
motherfucker! You better not be going for a
What?
useless degree. I swear to God.
Useless? My degree
Yes.
is so useless.
Yes. It's useless. Music is a
How?
useless
How the
degree.
fuck? How the fuck is it useless? Please explain
When
to me how it's
was the
useless.
last time you saw someone making money as a musician that had a degree in music? Most of the people who end up with a degree in music end up fucking school teachers. So no, you're not. You better be working on that damn psychology degree. I don't care if you minor in it. You just don't major in it. God damn. Are you fucking serious? Are you seriously now majoring in music?
No, I'm planning to, but no, not right now. I'm getting my associates in fucking psychology to appease your
Get
fucking
your bachelor's in
right.
psychology, not your associates. No, fuck you. Get your bachelor's in psychology. Make money. Or find something. I don't care if it's psychology. I don't care what it is, as long as it's something that makes money. Don't get me wrong, you don't have to, you can enjoy what you study. You don't have to go the same route I did. I went through the whole enjoyment of what I studied, the first degree, and that degree was practically useless. And I'm giving you this advice free of charge, no issues, as someone who's gone through it, and you still don't fucking listen. Do you want to end up 26 and still going to college?
Leash. I got. I'm doing psychology. Calm your shit.
You better get your
I have no
bachelor's in it.
plans on changing. For fuck's sake, calm your fucking shit.
The only reason I don't talk to give Fraz this shit is because Fraz won't listen to me. Alright? And that's Fraz's fault. When he
What?
fails, he can come listen to
What?
me.
Oh my fucking god!
You've already failed, so you fucker better do what I tell you.
This is a riot. I swear to
Huh? What?
God.
Like I just told Fuka Fraz, when you fail, you can come listen. You'll listen to me.
Did
Until
you
then,
deafen him?
Fraz, I swear to God, if you deafen me,
No, no.
Fraz just tuning me out. You're an Fraz. Fuck you. All right.
I'm joking, pretty much.
The day is gonna come, Fraz, when you come asking me for help, and I ain't gonna do shit. All right. Fucking jackass. Also, Fuka, fix your character sheet. Um,
I did.
it's still showing as injured. Let me look. Okay, then that just needs to update. Let me see if I refresh the page if it updates. Otherwise, there might be a little lag on the extension. Let's see. Come on, load the extension. Oh, there you go. Yeah, just had to refresh it. Okay, cool. But no, seriously. Yeah, you better go. You better be getting your degree in something useful. I wouldn't
But
care if
music
you
is
went.
kind of useful. I said.
I'm gonna be honest. Fucking music probably won't be that useful.
You have two choices with a music degree. Okay. You have a chance at becoming very successful and being a studio producer. You could be the next Dre, although Dre never went to college for it. Most of the talents you hear about didn't go to college for it.
I
Either
mean, I
you
know
have it
that.
or you don't. Secondly, the other option is you end up getting an overnight success. Now I'm gonna be honest, Fuka, you can sing all right, but your black ass ain't getting very far. There's too many people already flooding the industry that are trying to do the same shit as you. Ain't gonna go nowhere. You don't got
That's
the
true.
connection. You ain't a gangster, and the only thing that stands out about you is the fact that you're tiny. So, and since you don't like being called tiny or short, you really can't market that as your main focus. You can't market that you're gay because that's not a big thing anymore.
That's true.
Being black
I
in the
for
music industry isn't a big issue anymore. You
well,
really got nothing going.
I can sing R&B very well. That's a dying genre that needs to be revived.
Yeah, that's being built on by white men. And
That's
that's the saddest part, as Eminem's coming
That
back.
that that always happens. That always fucking happens. Think of jazz.
Yeah, yeah, you have a fair point. The black music dies out, and the white guy shows up and brings
yep.
it back. That's how white people steal, man. We wait till it dies out and no one has an interest, and then we bring it back and sell it brand
Actually,
new.
no. You guys sometimes kill it. You guys sometimes kill
We
them.
kill it on
Yeah, you
purpose, and then we
no,
bring it
you
back
No,
to
kill it.
produce more.
You kill. No, 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 no. You just kill it because you wanted to join the bandwagon and you fucked up
Listen,
bad.
anytime that we do our own music, everyone gets upset and doesn't like it. Look at country. We did our own music. It turned out god awful, and no one listens to it. So,
that's fair.
Yeah.
but yeah, no, you are not getting a degree in music. That's the end of the story. If I find out you
Okay.
are, I swear to God, I will disown you.
What about audio engineering?
Let me look.
That might actually be useful.
Because
Let's see.
audio
Well, the
engineering is like
average. Let's see. The average for audio engineering. Now, to be fair, audio engineering is not something you need a degree in. But the base salary starting out is around roughly 80K, which isn't too terrible. Now, that's not starting out. That's base salary. That just means that people in the industry are currently making around that. Go into video tech instead. That's around 138,000.
like graphic designs and that sort
It's
of field.
also TV production, kind of like what Fraz is talking about, but more focused on like TV and film.
Hmm.
Now, of
Which
course,
is
that's also
exactly where I'm
very,
going in.
yeah, that's also very hard to get into, but it's a very high-paying field. Don't go if you're gonna don't do music. Like music is just something you do if you want to teach, or you're a washed-up musician. Like no joke, if you were good at music, you would already have a career. I'm sorry, but that's the honest truth for all those people out
Yeah,
there
I mean
who are
that's
coming out of high
true.
school with their guitars, playing in front of all these people, thinking, "Oh, I'm doing so well." Motherfucker, they're there because they're enjoying the park. They're not there for you. If you were good, you would already have a contract. You would have already got noticed. With the amount of shit on YouTube nowadays, you would already be noticed. It's all about marketing. I would put
Marketing and connections.
I would put a marketing degree above a music degree any day of the week. And that's sad because I make fun of marketing majors. So, but yeah, no.
I'm not doing a music degree. That's like I've seen everyone and their fucking mother doing it, so I was just only fucking messing with you on that shit.
Fucking asshole.
Just seeing you react so violently over this was fucking hilarious.
Like I said, the only reason I haven't given Fraz shit yet is because you know what? When Fraz fails, he'll come talk to me. He will come looking for help. Tell Fraz fails there's nothing I could say or do that would convince him otherwise. And that's just the general concept. I was the same way. Until you fuck up to the point where you have to fix things, you ain't gonna listen to nobody but yourself. That's the curse of youth. But yeah, no. Um, that's just how it goes. Speaking of which, I was gonna look at my. I haven't checked what the market's like today. What is Bloomberg saying today? Please don't go on live TV. I don't want to get caught for something. Okay, so stocks have stayed the same, thankfully, but that makes sense, obviously. Oh wow, sports retailers, airlines, and automobile industry, the damage across business. Yep, airlines. Oh yeah, what's Someone give me an airline. Delta. There we go. I just came up with
Air
one.
Canada.
Oh yeah.
American.
Let's see.
You can't beat United.
Air Canada. Let's see. Oh, I can't look up Air Canada. Sorry, Fraz. I can't
Alright.
do
American Airlines.
American Airlines. Sure.
What about? Well, you can't beat United.
Yeah,
So
that
American
there's
Airlines
also
is down to
United.
$14. United Airlines. Oops, I just clicked Netflix. Hey, Netflix is up to a lot.
because
Let's
people
see.
are staying in.
United's at
Yeah.
$40. United's actually doing well. Comparatively. Let's see. Delta's at 37. So, the industry's not doing terrible. Yeah. I mean, let's see. What were they 3 months ago? So they were around $59. So if you bought into them right now, you're probably looking at a $20 profit when the market bounced back per stock. That's not terrible if you buy a lot, but like if you're buying at my level, which is like maybe 3 or 4 shares here and there, it's not gonna be enough to really be a huge profit.
Hey, some is still better than nothing.
Hey,
Uh-huh.
yep, free money is free money. That's true. Nightmare on Wall Street was all about liquidity. Let's see. New York hospitals pitch tense Nix surgeries to prepare for influx. Oh shit.
What the fuck?
Yeah, they're slowing down surgery stuff. They're pushing it out if they can, to try and bring in more coronavirus.
Patience.
Yeah, patients. Thank you. So yeah, yeah. New York's in a state of emergency. Like I said, they even got the National Guard working. So I think it's in New York City where the National Guard was activated on one of the suburbs around it. That's why I asked you, Fuka, if it was you, because of the fact that I remember you said you were in the capital, and I just saw New York, so I wasn't 100%
See,
sure.
this is why I hate other states assume that NYC is my cap. It's
No,
where
it
I
wasn't that
live.
I saw that was New York. I didn't see the city part. I just saw New York, and it said a suburb. I'm like, oh, I wonder if that's like where Fuka's at
I
in the
don't live
capital.
in a suburb. I live in a ghetto.
Ghettos are suburbs. They're just
More
more at
poor.
risk. Yeah. You've died of coronavirus. You should have bought. Dude, no joke. I thought that was bullshit until I went to Fred's. Oh, and there's rumor going around that both Trump and Pence have coronavirus.
Yeah.
It's not. It's just a rumor.
No, they got tested. They're not sure yet, though. Let's see. Nice. What's this Nightmare on Wall Street thing going? Uh, oh, I'm out of my free article thing for the day. That sucks. Okay, well, I can't check out any more Bloomberg stuff, so I'll just have to go off my own base knowledge. But yeah, no. If you're watching this on YouTube or Twitch, today's the 14th of March. Definitely start investing in the market now. Airlines are going to drop more because here in 10 to 14 weeks, we're going to see the worst outbreaks in Europe, which means that airlines just won't be flying, period. They'll be permanently grounded. Um, that will be when airlines are at their cheapest. However, if you're buying a lot, then you're looking at a nice profit. If you're buying little, oh, well, in both cases, you need to be worried about the fact that these companies may not be able to stick around. That's the bigger issue.
How so?
Well, if they can't continue to run themselves or they go bankrupt, banks can't afford right now to go and fix things. As we just saw what happened when the Fed dropped $1.5 trillion or some shit like that.
I'm pretty sure it was billion.
Yeah, I think you're right. $1.5 billion
Jesus.
on the stock
No,
market
yeah, because
to
1.5 trillion. That's a
yeah.
lot more than what the U.S. can actually make.
Well, it's not the U.S. making it; it's the Federal Reserve, which our Federal Reserve is not run by the U.S. government, contrary to popular
Oh,
belief. It's run by the 13 most powerful banks in the U.S. It's a conglomerate that work together under the Federal Reserve, and the council basically decides when to print money and when not to.
the
Uh, I,
council
huh?
decides your the council decides your fate.
Basically, yeah. Funny enough, so our money, our currency, is not run by the government like every other country. It's actually ran by privatized banks, which is why they were willing to
Capitalism.
bow. Yeah. Well, it's not just capitalism, because Germany has a central bank, but their central bank is controlled by the government. Canada has a central bank. It's controlled by the government. US is one of the only countries in the world to not have their main bank under them. So it's god awful. I'm going to be honest. And it's honestly one of the reasons we've led to massive inflation. It's also why back in the recession there was that huge bailout of U.S. Bank and Wells Fargo because of the fact that they were on the council. But as I was saying, yes, airlines may not be able to stay open if this continues to drop. Not only will they lose price, they will lose money on the oil that goes bad that they've already purchased because they buy their gasoline in bulk. That will go bad, so they'll have to repurchase new. What the fuck? Who messaged me? Oh, but they'll also have to deal with the fact that some of them are debt financed, meaning their entire financing isn't coming from their equity, which is like their common stock. It's coming from loans, and if they can't afford to pay their loans, they have to declare bankruptcy.
Huh.
So yeah, and honestly, there's a lot of companies that could go that way. Netflix is the big one, but Netflix is seeing the best earning potential they've ever had, as Fraz pointed out.
Because
Yes,
introverts.
because well, no, it's because everyone's
No,
staying home.
because of the quarantine.
Mm-hmm. Self quarantine.
And toilet paper companies are doing really well right now. Americans are
Don't know
idiots.
why. I don't know fucking why.
See, what I can't wait for is when the actual quarantine happens, and these Americans who went and just stole or went and bought all this toilet paper have to run to the grocery store and buy actual food, and there's no food because all the smart people have bought all that shit instead.
They're like, where's the food?
Now, here's
Oh
my advice: buy bullets, because you know
no,
what's great about bullets?
we are not having the purge.
I don't
Fuck
have to
off.
I don't have to care about buying the food or the toilet paper. When it all runs out, motherfucker,
Exactly.
I've got a gun and bullets. You ain't gonna need that toilet paper where you're going when I'm done.
Ah, Christ.
It's true. That's the
Dear
American
Lord.
way.
See, I thought the thing you were gonna go with was go full on Metro 2033 and use its currency.
No. No. This is America. When we want something, we don't go and take it ourselves. We wait for someone else to take it, then show up with the guns and tell them it's now ours. We let other people do the hard work. We've always done that. World War One and World War Two are perfect examples of that. We always waited to go to war and let someone else kind of fight the battle for a while and soften up the enemy, and then we show up. They're like, oh hey, and then we take credit for it because we were already planning to get involved in World War Two. The Japanese just sped up the process and gave FDR a reason. So yeah, and then the Canadians sat alongside us, poor bastards. Were like, why the fuck are we going to war? The Americans are already there. Goddamn Commonwealth. Um, but no. Yeah, and honestly, I think that as far as it goes, the virus is about to hit us real bad. I mean, we're seeing the effects of it in countries like Italy. We're going into the summer where it's supposedly like the heat is supposed to help, but the summer's 3 months away at minimum. In some states with the climate change, we're actually starting to see that may be delayed even longer. I mean, for fuck's sake, Oregon saw snow today. We had an inch of snow sticking on the streets this afternoon. It was 52 degrees yesterday.
What?
Yes, legitimately, we almost hit 60 yesterday as a high, and today,
With snow.
no, before it started snowing, and then today it snowed. Last night it started snowing. So we're seeing such a massive climate change. We may not see that summer weather that we're hoping for. So where the fuck is Tren? Where are you? You. All right, there we go. Yeah, they both of them have no excuses not to be here because Wolf's school got closed. I don't think he has to work. And Tren, I don't know what the fuck he's doing. Did schools close in Florida already?
I believe so. Wait, is the coronavirus also in Florida? I
Oh
forget.
yeah, it's in almost every single state at this point, but Texas. And the coronavirus
Fucking
won't go to Texas.
Texas. Fucking
Texas is it?
Texans.
Yeah, it's their own, it's its own country, man. They're they won't catch disease. They'll purge the people who did. It'll be a new Alamo. Except this time they might win.
God
Yeah,
damn it.
I know. I'm hilarious. So, Faraz, what do you want to talk about today as far as topics go? You're always the one who has something interesting he wants to chat about, so.
I got fucking nothing.
Really? There's nothing you want to know about what's going on in the US or the world or politics?
Well, nothing's coming to mind, but yeah. Uh, fuck.
We can talk about that, but Fuka got mad at me earlier for trying to talk on that.
When? Context?
Fucking.
My love
No.
life.
Oh yeah. That's
Uh,
just hilarious.
Well, it's not funny if there's a lack. Although I am tempted. I wonder, is ground control still open?
Oh no.
I mean, I'm not gonna go down, but I imagine it's gonna be cheap right now. Oh yeah, they're open till 1:30 tonight. Hmm, that might be a nice fun time to go on a date. Oh yeah, I've got low latency because I've got like so much crap open. Seriously, where are the guys? Usually they're here on time. I wonder what's going on. And it's not like
Well, Tren,
I mean,
eh.
Tren is usually one of the first ones here, but he has, to deal with his folks, of course. I just wonder what's up, because usually he messages me saying, "Hey, I'm gonna be late 'cause I'm grabbing food with my folks and no excuse to get out." So, yeah, wow, my bit rate's actually going to shit right now. That's weird. Huh. Oh, there we go. It's back. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Tren. I was gonna send a pic of the shop, but it wouldn't let me. God damn it. uh, God damn.
Let's not say that and
Pretend what?
pretend we just said that. Let's not do that and say we did.
Well,
Okay?
I already did it. For those who are wondering about context, I just told Robert to quit his job and come play D&D. The player of Kilxius who has never been seen from again.
You know, there's a thing called life. Some people have it, other people don't.
Yeah, and you know what? The coronavirus is going on, and none of you have an excuse right now. I mean, if Fraz is stuck at home all day, then all the rest of you should be. Ain't that right, Fraz?
Yeah.
Mhm.
See? Fraz agrees with me.
Sucks.
Fraz, before the coronavirus, let me ask you, how often did you go out?
Once or twice a week.
Holy shit, and I thought I was an introvert. Alright. Fraz, you have me beat.
Thank you.
I can't imagine that. Mostly because, I think the
I
big
can.
thing is going to the gym. Wait, do you do the same thing? Well, Fuku, you have class. I know you don't, stay home all day.
Yeah, after class I don't go outside, period.
Oh, be in like 2 minutes. Okay, so there's Wolf. Now, where's Tren? You probably don't want to read that one, Fuka. Um, no, what was I saying? Yeah, I don't get that. See, I mean, I guess for me, more of the only reason I actually go out at all is because of the gym, and that's it. So I guess I can't talk too much shit. But yeah, I don't get that whole idea of not wanting to be out and about because I enjoy class and enjoy going out to eat and shit like that. Hmm?
Do you enjoy the people there?
Yeah, actually, one of my favorite things to do when I'm on campus all day is to go sit in the library on the third floor, right next to where the like Dark Horse comics are, and I'll sit there. I'll sometimes read or I'll play on my laptop or whatever, and I'll watch just people do people watching because it's just entertaining. I'm one of those weird types who actually likes social interactions. I just don't seek
Ew,
them
you
out.
fucking extrovert.
People think I'm introverted, and I'm like, no, it's just I don't have many friends. That's pretty much it.
That's sad.
It is, but I've learned to accept it, mostly because the people who do want to be friends with me, I don't want to hang out with. So, but no, I mean, to be fair, hey, I'm the one planning out the going down to Florida for a set up for a beach party with the group, getting a Japan trip going and planned, getting a trip through Europe.
Japan trip.
Where in Japan
Was
are we actually gonna go?
So
yeah.
what I'm gonna be doing, tomorrow I have to finish my homework, but after I finish the last of my
Hello.
assignments, welcome Wolf. Um,
I
what Wolf?
I pulled out.
Okay, good to hear.
Pull out
Um,
game strong, bitch.
9 months later.
I know I'm like waiting for it. Especially after what Wolf told me earlier. But no,
Ugh.
what? So I'm gonna
What did I
actually.
tell you earlier?
Do you want me to repeat it on stream?
No.
Okay, then we'll not repeat it on stream.
Well,
No.
message it to me. I forgot.
That's unfortunate. Now I have
Dear
blackmail.
God.
No, so after I finish up my homework, I'm gonna actually sit down and start figuring out where everyone wants to go. Cause by the sounds of it, we have 3 trips planned right now, or in mind, which is definitely the Florida
In a
beach.
span of 2 years.
No, it'll be like 3 or 4 years. Um, so one's the beach down in Florida, one's gonna be Japan, and then slash Philippines, cause we Fraz wants to go and check that out. And be a tour guide, or at least a translator.
I'm not
Um.
gonna be a fucking translator, not tour guide. I have no idea what the
And
fuck
then
you're
the
trying to
last one is Europe. So I'm actually going to kind of try and figure out in this next week where you guys want to go specifically during those trips, and start getting numbers put together, like an actual finance sheet of showing how much we need to save up each, depending on what our options are, and just kind of look around, like looking
I'm
at.
gonna be real.
Hmm.
Flights are so cheap right now.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
I don't want to get stuck in a random fucking.
yeah, that's the main thing. Is if you get like caught, if you actually end up getting found out you're sick in that country, it's ridiculous. They'll quarantine you, and you don't want to be quarantined because your health insurance may not pay for that type of shit.
I mean,
Oh,
mine can,
bro.
but still, fuck
Good,
all y'all.
good for you, Wolf. Some of us aren't on our parents' health insurance still. All right. Some of us
Yeah,
No,
have
I
to
was
second
pay
doing
for our
thought.
own
that.
health insurance.
Well, sorry you ain't beating the system.
Sorry, I'm an adult. Yeah. Mhm.
I
God.
am just as much of an adult as you are.
Until you hit, actually no, you're not, because until you're over 24, you're not actually even considered an independent by the U.S. government. Thank you very much.
I own more property than you.
So I own more
Okay
stocks
then,
than
I
you.
own
cowboy.
more investments than you.
No, you don't.
I guarantee I do.
You have one piece of property that you invested in with your buddies, and that's one investment. I have currently around 30 shares spread out overall in my portfolio. And yeah, so I mean yours might be worth more, but that's just because of the fact that prices, as far as stock to land is obviously going to have a difference.
You hear
But
that?
what?
Ah, bummer.
Oh my
But we
God.
just
Was that a
Bro.
part.
fucking fart?
Damn it. Why? Why you do this?
Where's Tren?
It's
Come
a good
on.
question.
I'm
Oh, I forgot.
what?
I forgot my backup guy was so awesome.
All right. Someone pick a color. Black, blue, red.
Black.
Red.
No.
No, pick red. Pick
Black.
red. No, no,
Black.
no,
No,
Wolf,
I
trust
don't
me.
even hear the
Pick
fucking
red.
colors. Hold on. Shit.
What'd you say, Wolf?
I said black.
Okay. I'm going with that color.
God damn it.
This dice set almost TPK'd a rejected potential last session.
I
That's
said
okay.
red because last week he didn't roll anything higher than a 10, I think.
That was on the white though.
That was on the white shit.
Yeah, but I said no to white because that's the first one Wolf picked. I'm like, fuck you, no. We're not doing that again. That white one sucked.
I have a funny feeling luck will change in our favor.
Oh, we'll see. Alright. I like these dice. They're so pretty colored, even though they're so cheap. Well, I'll give Trent another 7 minutes, and if he's not here, we'll start without him. It's his own fault. But yeah, no, I want to start planning out the stuff, figuring out how much it's gonna cost, yada yada, on trips and such. Just to get a general idea how much needs to save up. So, and depending on who all wants to go, that'll be another thing I'll figure out where they want to go. because the biggest thing as far as it goes is budgeting. Like the trip, like plane tickets are easy to budget. Airbnbs or like hotels and stuff are easy to budget. Food is the hard one to budget, because like Fuka doesn't eat shit. But me and Wolf both together probably clean out half a restaurant pretty comfortably.
You guys are gonna buy your own food.
Oh yeah, that's the plan. I just want to kind of get a general price range of what I need to be
Can't you
looking
guys
at.
just make your own?
Well, I'm gonna do a like a finance sheet for the whole trip, and then I'm also going to do a person by person breakup. So like for the
I
stuff that,
mean,
yeah,
plus we're not going to be like eating out a lot. I don't imagine, like a few times, but most of the time we'll prepare our own food.
yeah, it really depends on where we end up. I mean, that's gonna be something we're looking at. Cause if we do Airbnbs, it's gonna be a lot cheaper to cook from home.
If you guys actually do go to the Philippines, random shit is a lot cheaper.
But
Food.
yeah, I imagine. Well, I imagine street food in fucking the Philippines is cheaper just because of the fact that it's cheap there overall.
God. Good shit.
Like a food truck?
You know, well, no, they have like street vendors and such, kind of like food trucks, but like actual, they're like small little fast food shops, I
Oh,
guess.
it stands.
No,
No.
Here's what it looks like. Imagine like a bicycle.
Uh huh.
There's a sidecar to the right of it.
Okay.
There's an umbrella, just like in the middle, just to like when it gets hot out, the shade. And in that sidecar,
A
There you
yellow
go.
there.
trend.
okay.
Okay.
So in that sidecar, there's a what's it called? The burner, some
Mhm.
kinds of thing. There's a stove.
Yeah.
There we
Like
go.
a,
There's a
okay.
stove. And on top of it, there's like a pan. Imagine like a wok, but a little bit wider.
Oh.
And there's boiling oil on it.
Hmm.
And you literally and there's also a bunch of sticks in like some kind of jar,
Okay.
and
Oh.
some more jars then that has the sauces in them. And you pretty much just grab a stick, pay the guy however much, depending on the food itself that's in
Mhm.
the boiling oil, and then you stab him, and then you stick him in the sauce, and you eat him.
You stabbed the food, to clarify.
Yeah.
Not the vendor.
Yeah.
Don't.
Are
I
you
mean,
sure
you
you
can
don't
stab the vendor, but you're not. The food's gonna taste like a lot worse. No. So basically, my plan here at this point is I think the Florida trip will definitely be our first one, just because it'll be a cheaper trip, and that way Trent can be there. I figure the second trip will either happen, whichever one we pick will happen once Trent's 18, so that way if he wants to join at that point and he has the money to, he can. And then we can kind of figure out from there when the third trip will be. Because I mean, I'm planning on trying to do a trip at least every 2 years. That's kind of my goal. And that's just for me
Alright.
personally. I don't know about the rest of you guys. That'll be dependent on your own budgets at that point. But it's the only reason I'm going to college for this damn degree to get a job so I can afford to travel and play D&D.
I feel that. I fucking feel that.
That's why I'm investing in a passive income so I don't have to work for too long. Once I have enough to pay my bills on a continuous basis, I have a little bit of money squirreled away, and I can travel comfortably, I'll be happy to retire. That's why my second investment is going to be into property after I get out of stock. Once I'm done getting my stock portfolio up to comfortable rates. So, but that's my own financial decisions, and we won't go into that. So we are here. We are gathered for everyone but Kilxius, like usual.
We are
Um,
gathered here today.
to celebrate the death of Zopip of House Kung Pao, to which I've been planning and
Yay.
attempting this entire series, and have yet to manage until today, when I went to some professional DMs, 3 of them who work with specific party members who are all min-maxers. Now, while Zopip isn't actually
Fun.
min-maxed, they did give me some good advice on how to deal with him. Thankfully, the rest of the party's gonna suffer along with him. So I hope you are all excited for that.
Not if I run away fast enough.
Hey.
You
Cock
can
and
never
ball
run
culture.
away fast enough. Your
This is
character's
the-
a turtle.
This is the deep. This is
I
the
Now I have
can't
30
go.
move speed.
This is the D&D form of cock and ball wager.
No, no, we're gonna get straight to the point. This is just gonna be I'm just gonna stab you with a knife. Um,
I can
Nice play.
disappear and run away like a coward.
that's the good news is you won't all be able to do any of that shit today. In fact, the person who's most likely to survive, surprisingly, is Aaron. Um,
Woo!
due to high AC. So last time we left off, the party, minus Zilpip, basically managed to get back to the castle in Dragon's Gate, the main keep, where our party was held in the evening. After Aaron managed to swallow enough bones to put most hookers to shame. Fraz is looking for Aaron's AC now. So yes, the royal party was celebrated, set up by Tenem to bring in the different allies and start to plan things out. Um, as the party went on, Aaron ran into a mysterious guest who handed him a simple note, to which Aaron realized there was shit about to go down. Um, Found out she was pregnant, couldn't find the father, nothing new on that. And as usual, the party decided to then later retire after speaking with a few more NPCs with nothing of value. Also, Aaron scared off the feasting emperor's son as a loss of a potential alliance or future alliance after the crisis was over. Um, as the party retired, Zilpip. Now you vanished a while back while the party was heading into the deeper dungeon levels. You missed out on everything and didn't have to go and join the clusterfuck that was all that happened. Because of this, we're gonna catch you up a little bit. As you teleported out, leaving your fellows to be killed by the cultists after Agent A decided to say, and I quote, "Hi fuckers."
Yep.
Um, Realizing that was a bad idea and just leaving your party to their doom instead of teleporting them all out, which you realized, of course, you could have done at any time if you had chosen to.
Of course.
Where would you have teleported to at that time?
Probably back to the place behind the mud hill where I had my secret lab
Ah,
set up.
yes. So as you return, you can clearly see your little laboratory still set up, spell still active. You're not sure why at this point. The assumption, from what you can tell, is there's still a strong magical presence coming from the Mud Hill, but you're not sure if this is due to some of the magical batteries you basically had set up with the apprentices who lost their lives to the mini Rakshasa that invaded it, or maybe it's because of the bag of holding that just devoured an entire circle of elves that was probably, from what you could gather, about 15,000. You're not sure, but it's been gathering magic for a while, and at this point you start to realize your destructive behaviors on this world have truly changed the fates of so many. So many lives
Yeah.
have been ended because of you, and for some reason that doesn't bother you anymore.
Well, eh,
And that's Zilpip's response. As you arrive, you see Pipliz is sitting at the entrance to the laboratory. Your Frost Demon still sitting there beside him, just
what's up,
chilling.
guys?
The Frost Demon giving you kind of a glare, as she is not okay with the situation at hand.
Hey, cutie.
She ignores you, looking away with a glare into the sky. Pipliz gives
That's
you
fair.
a simple thumbs up.
That's fair. That's fair. Me and Pipliz do our little secret handshake.
Pipliz screws up the handshake twice.
Damn it.
It's been a while. You start to
You
realize the
are
rust.
literally me.
And it's at that point you also realize something. He is becoming more. His skin's a lot warmer than usual.
Hey. I dig it.
All right. So, is there anything you want to do with your laboratory? As you can see around you, there's no one for miles. You can see off in the distance behind you that massive gaping hole. From where your bag of holding
Hookah.
devoured. No, no, that character is unfortunately in the deeps being molested by cultists currently. As you can feel
Well, I
the
mean, you said
screams.
massive gaping hole, so.
Well, other way around in Fuka's case, for him, fortunately. Um, Looking about, you can also feel the strange stirring of some of magic coming from below Dragon's Gate. It seems very faint, but very strong overall. The school of magic, you immediately recognize as necromancy. And yeah, that's pretty much otherwise the city itself. You can hear off in the distance the calm chatter and the joyous cheers. It sounds like the overall city is in a good mood. And there is not a single animal in range or around your little laboratory.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go into my lab
Okay.
and I'll get to work.
All right. As you enter into your lab, no one's in it, of course. Thankfully, this time there's no old dwarves, no irritable gods, goblins. The smell of a shit spike is very prominent as you realize there is a dagger in the corner that still has goblin shit on it that you've kept over the years as a
It's
little memento.
Yep.
All right, what are you looking to make?
I'm gonna work on what I was working on previously before going in and joining my party. Um, and I'm gonna keep a little scrying eye open on my party
So
just to observe.
as you sit there and start to work, you watch as Aaron and Machina go to work on a rather large group of cultists as they charge out. Agent A managing to actually scare a few off and get them to run away. A few of the larger ones seem to start running up to Machina and Aaron and exploding into flame, igniting all over them. Um, Managing to damage them left and right as they continue to get either fire breathed on them or explode with flame all around. Um, so yes, as you continue this up, or continue watching, eventually you see that they decide to try and run back up the stairway the way you came down, and as they do, they run into the golem who immediately starts acting hostile once again. Crossbow bolts flying from the bottom of the stairs as the cultists refuse to actually enter the hallway but continue to shoot bolts up at them. And as Machina and Aaron try to knock down the um, rather large iron golem. The iron golem starts to spit poison, immediately knocking Aaron down, and then Machina and Agent A getting knocked out by a crossbow bolt. The
Ooh.
party is then immediately stripped by the iron golem, to which the
Wait, I thought it
cultists.
was to the gas.
I don't remember. Now we're gonna go with what I say as the DM is giving canon for right now. Does it matter how you got knocked out? Do you really want me to?
Yes, because
does not
wounds are
matter.
important. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay then, Agent A, you are now have issues with poison. You are now vulnerable to all poison. Add that to your character sheet, please. Thank you. So now we have two characters who are vulnerable to poison. Um, so yes, as we continue, you see as the Iron Golem begins daintily stripping down Machina, Agent A, and Aaron completely bare to what is basically cloth that they use as their own undergarments.
Is it sensual?
Huh?
Is it sensual?
No. It seems to be very businesslike as it just pulls it off, taking their items, wrapping it up, and shoving it into a very large bag, and then
Bummer.
walking down the stairs with their gear in this bag, heading down, leaving them and the cultists, which basically give the golem a wide berth as it walks through the stairs. You then see the cultists run up, grab the party that are passed out, and start tying them to the giant blue rock in the center. They begin to speak. Unfortunately, your scrying spell doesn't seem to pick up what they're saying,
Oof.
as it seems that the what looks to be the lead cultist, as he's carrying this large staff that looks like a war drum, seems to be speaking. And as he starts to speak, the little cloth that's over his face seems to move up and down just slightly. You can tell he's saying something, and you can tell that he has cast something, but for some reason you can't hear him, or as the party awakens and starts to speak.
Can I
Af- hmm?
try to recognize what he's casting?
Yeah, go ahead and roll Arcana for me.
Alright. That's bad. Hold on.
Bad for you, still like a 30, so I don't want to hear it.
That's fair.
This is Wolf's way of catching up on everything because he was too lazy to watch the episode.
Too busy.
Uh-huh.
29.
Yeah, that's bad. Okay.
It's a natural 3.
It's a natural 3 and he gets a 29. So, from what you can tell, it seems to be some sort of anti-magic field
Oof.
he cast on himself, and it seems to just be wide enough to envelop the party. Luckily, your scrying spell is at far enough distance back that you're able to still see what's going on, and it hasn't turned or managed to knock it out.
Damn.
So as you continue watching this, the party seems to come to Wick. They continue to speak, and then it seems that Aaron says something in a very kind, with a smile on her face, and the lead cultist just points to one of his men. One of the men seems to get up and cuts the rope and lets them go. As they head further deep into the tunnels, heading down. They end up running. You can see that Aaron and Machina kind of stop at the entrance to the next floor. And Agent A starts to head further down. Now, who's your scrying spell on specifically?
Probably Aaron.
So after about an hour, you see that suddenly the party is standing in front of what looks to be a skeleton in full armor, sitting up on this large pillar with a huge, Jesus, iron throne behind him. Iron golems all around them that seem to be glowing red. And you just see Agent A and Aaron and Machina sitting there as they are speaking to the what looks to be something. You can't really tell. You assume it's a skeleton given your experience with magic. They seem to come to an agreement, and you see the cultists that were also teleported down with them suddenly sprinting at as quick of a pace as they can manage back up the stairs, trying to get away from not only the party but also that skeleton in the center and his fiery iron golems. The party starts heading back that way, and as they do, heading back up to the next floor, they start to run into the undead. It is at this point that Aaron and Machina seem to get into an extreme argument. From what you can tell, the overall discussion seems to be about Aaron making a stupid deal with a lich, and Machina explaining how the lich spoke a specific way, and Aaron getting very angry and just storming off, and walking into what looks to be a small room, where she goes and cuddles up in what looks into a cot, and slams the door and blockades it. The rest of the party, you don't know what happens to them as they vanish from your sight. Aaron continues to just finally sleep, and as you continue to scry on her, it starts to get a little creepy as you're just basically watching her sleep in her sleep. After the spell cuts out, last thing you can hear is some knocking on the door in the background, but it sounds more like pounding, and you can hear the slight moaning and groaning of something. And that's when the spell cuts out. So what else would you like to do? You've still got a little bit of time. About a half a day at this point has passed. He's like
I'll
watching
meditate
YouTube.
for a while.
Okay. All right. As you begin to meditate and relax, everything seems to go as you planned. As your minions do their bidding, deals are made, and suddenly you feel your magic kind of zap away from you for a moment, just slightly, not much. And just the same, you can hear what sounds like off in the distance as the city is starting to get more lively as the day is starting again. About again another half a day later, it's morning by this point, and you can hear chants and excitement going on from off in the distance. You can't make out what it says at this point, given your distance.
I'm
Yes.
at this point, you know what? I'll go into town.
All right. As you
Maybe
head in.
to a farm market.
Okay.
Just get some nice fruit.
Okay.
Enjoy the little things.
As you head into town, you see that people are in good moods. You catch a couple of dwarves chatting away about a queen swallowing bones. As you're walking through, and that seems to be the overall talk of the town. Something like about 15 bones being swallowed. Um, you also run into an older dwarf. You recognize him as the leader of the Miners Guild here. Chatting with what looks to be a couple of younger dwarves, joking about a card game from earlier that he purposely lost just to screw with the card dealer. Um, Giving him a spell that would definitely be a hilarious joke later.
Nice.
And otherwise, as you head in, you can see that the keep seems to be very busy heading toward as you head towards the market. People of note seem to be heading that way. You see the feasting emperor heading up that direction. A few others. You do see a strange-looking turtle-like creature walking about with four other creatures of some sort, all completely wrapped up in bandages, walking around. Or not bandages, cloth. Otherwise,
Interesting.
it seems to be a normal day as you enter into the market. One of the vendors offers you a good deal on a few apples, only asking a few copper pieces. And otherwise, it's pretty relaxed as the
When
overall
you
mood
say
seems to be happy. Yeah.
when you say the feasting emperor, do you mean the elf who invaded the city?
Yes.
Okay.
Him and his
Fuck
son.
it, right? Cool.
Yep. You
Oh,
also.
who turns out to be Little X, right?
Yes. Let's go with Little X as the name. Um,
Yep.
because you forget the name I gave you. Um, Yeah.
Pretty.
So as you also see, a few minutes go by, you see X and his new wife. At least you're guessing it's his wife from the giant ring, or the ring with a giant rock on her finger. Tenem walking about with what looks to be a very tiny, like kitten-like woman, who's walking around 2 feet, chatting and joking with him, heading up towards the keep. Just a general grouping of pretty much all of the local higher class, middle and higher upper class, heading towards the keep.
You know, hmm, this seems kind of interesting, and I kind of want to join.
As you state that, surprisingly, a young-looking snow elf comes running up to you, young snow elf boy, and he hands you a note.
What's the note say?
As you open it, it says you have been invited to the party at Dragon's Gate Keep, and that's it.
Oh, does it say who invited me?
At the bottom, you see X written on it and a 10 by it.
Dope.
All right, as you head that direction,
It's time to fucking party.
Zopip, give me a perception check.
Okay. These are not my specialty. Ooh, that's not gonna be super great. Not terrible, but perception
Mm-hmm.
11.
You do see a character in front of you, a very tall character, about 6 to 7 feet, kind of a hard ratio to pick up. Very wide and well built in a very big cloak, heading towards the keep as well.
Interesting.
Heading that way, continue on your way. As you finally get there, it takes a while, given not only your small stature, but the fact that you're not exactly the fastest person alive. You're not really built for speed, overall.
Well, I just learned to walk again, so
As you finally arrive, the guards kind of start issuing you about, and one of them explains to you that there's a gathering going to be going on later in the evening in the war room, in which the allies are all meeting together, but the current party is closed off to the rest of the people coming in, including yourself at this point.
So you walk to your
party's closed off.
Yes. The guard looks very nervous at you, by the way. He looks very young and
Yeah.
very new.
Do you know who I am?
And his lips starts to tremble. Um, I'm just delivering the message, sir. That's my job.
Have you ever heard of the phrase, "Don't shoot the messenger"?
No?
No? No, it's a pretty popular one where I come from.
Th-
Popular because it's usually a lot of people's dying words.
He looks very nervous and is starting to kind of pull his sword out of the hilt slightly. Sir, I'm
I
good.
wouldn't even try.
Sir, I'm on orders by Tenem himself. You can start to see snot dribbling down his nose. He's shaking as he's kind of withdrawing his sword slightly. You can hear the laughing on the other side. Something about a baby in the room behind, or the room behind the door, and a glowing gold light that seems to shine from underneath the door. It's at this time that the guard just looks at you, kind of flabbergasted, and with the sword still shaking, you can hear the sword trembling in the sheath as it's just slightly withdrawn. He says, "Sir,
Son, put it away.
I'm sorry, but the party is locked off to any extra visitors. We already had an issue with this large man that came in earlier."
What was the issue, huh?
And he looks over, and as you see, kind of track where his eyes go, you see 3 bodies lying on the ground.
Oh. Oh, interesting. Well, here's what's gonna happen, right? I'm walking through that door, and you can try to stop me, or you can survive.
Give me an intimidation check.
Okay.
Oh God.
I'm not great at charisma.
Simple
Oh,
and to the
that's
point.
a good roll. Uh, intimidation. 21.
Kid looks at you and says, and just kind of, he's still standing there, and you can still see the sword shaking, and he is really debating on what to do as you open the doors, and looks like he's kind of stuck in his tracks. And as you walk in, immediately you see that, it looks like Agent A standing there chatting with X and his new wife. Aaron rubbing her belly, trying to figure out who or what's going on. And the turtle seems to be following Aaron around saying, "I found it."
I found it?
Yes.
I find it. I find
And then you finally see what he's referring to as he points to Agent A holding a ball of lint. Yes, there was an entire portion of last week's episode dedicated to finding Linty, Tren's ball of lint he's had since the beginning of the game. Agent A pickpocketed it off someone, and Doc Splint found it. Yeah, so as you walk in, you can see the party's kind of winding down. People are starting to kind of getting ready to take. Some people are starting to take off. See a few people, the local leaders of different guilds, exiting as they don't seem really interested in this anymore. There's barrels of booze that have been emptied out, and you can see Tenem on the floor, passed out, snoring. It's a
Ah,
normal party.
I missed the party.
You
Fuck.
do. You can see the feasting emperor and his son off to the side chatting about something or other. As I stated, Agent A is still chatting with X and his wife. Doc, Splint, the turtle, and his 4 bodyguards following Aaron around. And the little tiny cat person you saw earlier following Aaron around chatting about something. Is there anything you'd like to do specifically, Zopep, as you join the party?
Uh, hmm. No, I'm good. I'll just I'll just walk up.
All right. So for the first
Hey
time
guys.
in a long time, Agent A and Aaron, you see Zopip just walking in after abandoning you guys down the dungeon.
I acoustically screech.
Zopip, make a wisdom saving throw as your ears are pierced.
The woman of my children. Ladies and gentlemen.
Wait, what?
Okay, actually, can I walk over to him? I want to see.
Sure. As you walk over, I mean, nothing happens.
15.
15, what?
Wisdom
For
saving
the wisdom
Oh,
throw.
I
saving
was
throw.
joking, Wolf. Sorry, I should have clarified. Yeah, so as you walk over, yeah, nothing happens. Cathel looks at you very strange and looks at Zilpip and goes, and who is this?
Who's Cattell?
Cathel is a very
Oh,
tiny
Cattell.
tabaxi.
What's up?
She looks at you and goes, I don't
This
think
is
I've had the
Zilpip.
pleasure.
My
Ah,
name's Zolpip.
so you're the one who's
How's it going?
responsible for almost killing the queen. Good to know. I don't like you.
I don't like you either. Who are you?
She looks to Aaron and says, I am the new hand of the queen, thank you very much. I am here to take care of apparently what is now children.
Yeah, but
And... Huh?
you're tiny.
Says the gnome. I will
I
ignore
know.
that.
I'm probably like half a foot shorter than her, actually.
Actually, she is shorter than you. She stands at 3 feet tall. She can climb
I
onto Aaron's shoulder.
I stand at 2 feet tall.
Oh shit! Yeah, so she's a foot taller than you.
You guys are really fucking short. Holy crap.
Yes,
Oi!
I am.
I will climb up you and I will claw on your face. Do not doubt me. All right.
I never said that
Pinky.
was I never
She looks at Agent A and gives a thumbs up.
I never said that was an issue. I just was
Now,
stating the fact.
if you're the Zilpip I know of, then you're a danger to this kingdom. Can you get out before you blow up something?
Nah, we're chilling. I want to
Aren't
see my baby mama.
aren't you the reason half the city
Wait, did
blew
you
up?
just say baby?
What?
Moves on from the subject immediately.
How much did I bet on Zilpit? Did I bet on Zilpit?
You
No,
didn't
you
bet on anything.
you
got
bet
it
on Ven
Van Zorwin
and Dolkin.
Right.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
bet on the least
Right.
probable candidates.
The least likely.
Oh yeah, it's at this point, Zopip, you see someone walking around with a chalkboard that has like your name, Tenum's name, X's name, like a bunch of names of men from around the kingdom. And at the very bottom, it says Ven and Dolkin, and there's odds on it and how much gold that's been bet by who.
Yeah, I'm
Who,
gonna walk closer to Zilpip just to make sure.
Zopip does not glow.
I'm just going to
does
scream.
not glow?
God fucking damn. Okay, you're not the father. God damn.
Cathal looks at you and says, "You want this short man to be the baby? No, he burnt half this city.
Yeah,
He
that
is a
man-
detriment to our entire kingdom."
Wait, hold
Imagine
up.
what the
Shut up.
children.
That kid ain't mine?
She
To be
looks at you
fair,
and says,
You fucking whore?
I
Oh boy.
he would have already.
Can
he-
you?
Actually, I really can't because I don't know how I got pregnant. But okay.
Oh
I-
my
I'm gonna
god.
be real. I don't know how she got pregnant either.
Wait, she looks at you and says, "How do you not know who the father is?"
I didn't even do anything with
Who
it.
did
You.
you fuck?
She
No
points.
one.
She points to Docksplit and says, "You're her royal guard. Who has she been with?"
I just got hired literally today.
Yeah.
She
this
walks
is the-
over and grabs Agent A by the hair and starts pulling him to the group.
What the?
All right,
I don't
you
hear
you
anything.
you tell me who she's been with. It's not you. It's not him. God better not be that turtle.
I walk closer to
That
the
would be a
turtle.
painful birth.
I walk close to the turtle.
The turtle does not glow.
Okay. What I can remember with before this entire shit happened was that me and Makina were all three of us were in the
It's the
basement.
Goliath. Are you kidding me?
Oh shit!
No,
No,
can you
I
shut
have an
up?
idea.
Actually, no, it
Shut
wasn't
up,
the
all of you
Goliath.
shut
I
up.
saw him
All of you
earlier.
shut up. So me and the Goliath went back up. The queen fell asleep in a hut, and then that was it. We don't know what happened afterwards.
Who did you sleep with in the? Are you sleeping with people in cultist huts again? Did we? Tenham told me all about the last time. Damn it! I told you it was a bad idea.
I
you're supposed to be queen of an entire kingdom, and I have to babysit you. Do you know how annoying this is?
Hey,
I'm
Rory,
just
Yes.
did you say Piplas felt warm?
Yeah.
I want to summon Piplas to me.
wait a
Are you gonna
second.
teleport him here?
Yes.
Oh
All right.
boy.
As Piplulas eventually shows up, he just shows up in blue light. Looks very confused about the situation.
I walk closer to Piplas.
He does not glow.
Okay. Whew. Okay. That child would be terrifying. That would be an abomination. All right, you're relieved. You can go do whatever the fuck you want.
Piplulas just looks at you very confused and walks out, and you can hear the guard seeing Piplulas immediately puts his sword away and is standing at attention, trying to avoid his eye contact. And now we've got the child murder. I told you about this. We cannot have these damn gnomes here. They're the worst things to be exist on this city. It's like a plague. He burnt the city
Cathal,
down.
Cathal,
What?
that is the actual ruler of this city.
She looks at Aaron and says, "Are you kidding me?" I dislike him more now. I know I should have done what my brother did. I should have followed my brother. I could have gone and joined that group of idiots that went off to the human lands. I could have traveled with them for a while, but no.
Let me
I.
ask,
She looks at you and says,
who is
"What?"
your brother?
His name was Dibus. You got a problem?
Oh. Nope.
Good. Now
Nope.
shut up. And she looks back. You are the worst. We are gonna start teaching. We're gonna go in. You're gonna be learning. There's gonna be school. There's gonna be homework.
Wait,
Uh,
wait. No, I
You
like
Aaron,
will be
this.
educated
I'm
on
going.
how to rule.
are
I'm
you
going to.
listening, punk ass bitch?
She
I'm
looks at
going
you and
to.
says, "I will cut you open in your sleep." Now shut up.
I start
Now,
running and I hide behind my
as you start to
throne.
run, she chases you and comes and grabs
I
you.
run faster.
I just die of
She
laughter
is
as I
jumping
see
off of tables and walls and keeping
You're
up with
running
you.
from a 3-foot tall cat.
In a cloak, and as you can hear now, is what sounds to be plate as it's jingling around as she is keeping up with Aaron. Get back here. There is homework. You will be educated. Those poor children, I will take them and educate them as
I
the
don't
voices
want to
kind of
go.
trail off in the distance.
I don't
This
want to go to
woman.
school.
Azarius just walks up and says, "Uh, so,
Doing X.
hi Zilp, how you been, man?"
What's up?
He
Been a
hands you
while.
a giant box that's tied up with a nice green ribbon. Says, a little gift from the Vidan over in the New Territories.
The what?
The Vidan, the old dwarves.
Oh. Little gift, huh?
A little
You know
item
what
I
it
got.
is?
A little item I got from my expedition.
What is it?
Well, open it up.
I will not.
Okay, it's not like the last one. I promise. This one doesn't blow smoke. It was a joke one time. You made me pay for it for a week. I still can't get over that Yuan-Ti whiskey you tried to get me a drink. That stuff was so bad. Now,
All right. I love you. I trust you. I set the box 10 feet away and I open it with me.
as you back up, open magic, it pops open. It's a piece of what looks to be a purple ore.
Ooh.
And he goes,
No, or
funny. God damn it. X looks at you and goes, yes, that's a piece of what they call oventium. I almost got killed trying to achieve that. There's a whole mine of it where apparently there's a giant monster that lives there that gets really pissed off if you show up.
What
Wait,
is it
monster.
with you in expeditions and
I'm gonna
dangerous
tell
shit
you
that may kill
something.
you?
I gotta one day. You see the drunk sleeping over there. I gotta beat him. All right. As the youngest brother of 5, I have to beat this asshole. All right. Now
Tell
I
me
would.
something.
Huh? What?
How's Zilpip's periodic table coming?
Well, with the brand new ores and stuff, not well. However, you did actually come across a new ore that you found in the history books through your research. A new material that hasn't been seen in ages. Give me a moment to find the actual thing, because I want to make sure I quote this right. Is this the right one? Let me look. I've got to just find. Okay. Yes. So you find the material. It's called Venecium. As you are looking into the stories of this material, it's what looks to be a white metal. It's very malleable, and only it seems to become more malleable as it gets colder. Um, and yes, so and from the stories you were able to find on it, this is actually supposedly the material that made the snow dwarves. That Stone himself crafted the snow dwarves out of.
Hot.
So,
Okay, well,
and you're the only person at this point who actually knows where this material can be found, which is under Dragon's Gate and around these areas, but it's very deep into the ground. Okay, it's only found in old snow dwarven territories.
that's good to know.
And with
All
that,
right.
DM's gonna take 2 seconds to go take a piss because he's dying from drinking a whole cup of coffee and shocking himself repeatedly. So you guys have a second.
Hey guys, how's it going?
God no.
How's it going, guys?
Oh boy.
I think
So,
what?
who'd you fuck?
I literally I actually didn't even do anything with anyone. I'm as confused and
So
surprised.
basically,
So, you're like the
you're
Virgin
married.
I
Mary,
think
You're
I'm the
fucking married.
Virgin Mary. Yeah.
Dear
and
God.
some god just fucked you in your sleep.
Pretty much. I may have made a deal with a dragon or something. Anyways,
What?
Damn it!
I got her stuff back. I got her stuff back.
Ah.
Oh yeah,
No,
by the
hold
way,
up.
we lost
Go
her stuff.
back. You
'Kay.
What?
Made a deal with
Wait,
the
so you
dragon
made a
thing.
deal with a lich.
And then he took my
And then-
and he didn't give me my stuff back. So I made a deal with the dragon, and he gave me my stuff back. And now the lich wants to kill me.
Does the dragon want to
Wait.
kill you?
No, the dragon said he just
Which
wants my
lich?
loyalty,
Wait, which
and
lich
I'm
are
down
we
with that.
talking about?
The lich downstairs, as I point to the down, as I point
They're
down.
both.
What did
There's
the
two
dragon
downstairs. Be specific.
The one that took our stuff.
No, he didn't want to kill us. He wanted to raise hell in the city.
No, the one that took our stuff.
Yeah, the one
Oh
that
no, the
you made a
deal
deal
was
with.
when
that
there's too many, when there's so many liches that you're getting confused
Why
on
do
which
we
one
have
wants to
so
kill
many
you.
why is it that whenever we do something that involves the city or anything, there's always fucking liches?
I don't fucking know.
Hey, to
Blame
be fair,
them.
I did warn you guys about this because I mentioned that a lot of the cities around the area of the snow elves and the snow dwarfs had liches in them, as you've already fought one of them when fighting the Venkas house.
So,
Anyways, what was your question?
yeah, what the fuck?
I don't know.
Trent's just making deals with demons left and right. Anything to save his city at this point. It's been attacked 3 times.
Pretty much.
That's
I
gonna
mean,
cause
like
some good old psychological stress.
it's like Skyrim. You know, I got like my soul scattered and owed to like 15 different Daedra, and
No,
you know,
it's more like RimWorld. Every time you finally get shit built and comfortable, someone has to come and blow it up.
pretty much sounds like it.
And I can say that from personal experience.
I'm sure you can, DM.
Okay. All right. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, I'm the Virgin Mary. Oh, by the way, DM, should I add my backup character to the campaign?
When you die.
If I die.
No.
Oh wait,
It may
you
not be
said-
today's session. We'll see, but it's gonna be very soon. So yes, As there's a high chance. As you guys are continuing to joke around, enjoying yourselves, X explaining about his adventure into the city called Aventium, getting his ass kicked by a giant Cthulhu-looking monster that he describes as a beholder with a body, um, and even more eyes. Um, yeah, the evening goes well overall. Finally, you do start to feel the effects of the booze start to take effect for those drinking. Cathel finally leaves A run alone, finally, finally deeming it worthless of chasing her, as she's been chasing her all around the castle. Um, it's about at this point 9 p.m., getting a little later in the evening as night has already come over. It's still pretty warm out with it being about 60 degrees, which in this part of the world, that's considered a nice balmy summer. Um, come sad part. As you guys start to retire back to the war room, after Tenem finally wakes up explaining what his original plan was, Tenem brings along X, brings along one of the Knoll leaders from the clans. The feasting emperor and his son comes, and that's about all that really join your group as they sit down and start to begin to chat. A map is pulled up. Of course, this being a room with a magical map changed based on the person's thought process at the time, an invention of the late lord of the castle. Tenem begins to explain his plans. As he starts to show off the territories of Dragon's Gate, the Snow Elven lands, and the High Elven lands, he starts to draw a giant wall. And as he starts to explain, based on what Aaron told him about something about the city being prosperous and given lots of power and a giant glowing red wall, he starts to design something similar to that. And the basic goal, it looks like, is to build a massive wall along the territories that are the best choke points possible, and to man it with the combined army of the Snow Elves, the Dragon's Gate territory, and the High Elves, and whatever allies that, as Zelm picks up, explaining that rejected potential, a group he's hired to bring. As he kind of looks at Zilpip and he says, just giving him a side glance, saying, "Assuming you didn't kill them all."
Probably did.
He says, "We're expecting the Vadan here within the next couple of months. They should be here just in time for when this group of the Helio to arrive and make their main attack. We expect them to come from the west, but there's a chance they may come from the east, which is why we've begun production on a castle on the eastern shores, just in case as a warning system.
Sounds good.
Otherwise, the mine productions have been boosted up. We've been bringing in citizens left and right." And he looks to Aaron and says, "By the way, your captain of the guard, the captain of Unit 34, his family finally got the approval. You might want to let him know." Okay. As the guard continues to, or as Tenem continues to explain. So with the new Knolls here, we also have their troops. They've gotten settled. They're gonna start working on their own fields that should provide us with enough food. They're also growing these crystals. As he sets this giant green crystal on the ground, they kind of picks up out of a bag of holding. This, and he looks to Zilpip and Zelm, is going to be our main source of magic for you assholes when you run out of spells. And I say
Hell
assholes in the most polite way. This thing,
I dig it.
when broken up and turned into into a liquid, can be mixed in to make a sort of what we call mana potion or
Cocaine?
mesna
Oh,
potion. Huh?
nothing.
Okay. So this is what a mesna potion is, named after the famous Mizna. Mostly because there's a chance it might castrate you, but it'll gain you a lot of magical powers.
Might
We're still
Interesting.
testing that process. The dirt here is very a
how
little
many
issue.
wizards have been castrated?
What's the percentage?
Percentage? I
For
I'm not.
castration.
Uh, are you sure you want to know?
Hello?
Oh,
If
what?
it's
Hi.
what?
Anybody?
Me?
Hello?
Tren.
What?
Tren.
Okay,
Hello?
There you go.
now we're good. Okay, there.
He looks at you and says, "Do you really want to know? I don't think that information is of note. We're still testing it, of course. We're working it.
How many participants have been forcibly into this subject?
None
Into this
forced. Many volunteered after the
How
college
many?
kind of blew up, thanks to someone. We have, as he looks to the feasting emperor, we've managed to gather up a few
We
willing
need numbers.
participants. And this has had adverse effects, but we are fine tuning it, and I believe now
What
with
are the
Zilpip's
adverse
help.
effects?
He's ignoring you. Well, with Zilpip's help, and Zelm's help, we should be able to manufacture this at a productive process in which this should lower the adverse effects. Hopefully.
Yeah, we're working on it.
Anyways, he goes on. So we started growing these. These should restore your your spelling or casting abilities, giving you almost an infinite source of magic, if you will. Um, with that, we've also are going to be bringing in the Vidan, who have decided to send about half their troops. Two of their main legions will be joining us. While we have managed to send a few troops that way, thanks to my younger brother X here, who has sent the rest of the Black Talon adventuring portion of the guild to protect the Vidan and help them out with dealing with the orcs over there. Otherwise, as of current, we're expecting hopefully soon to hear if we're going to have allies in the Tiefling lands, thanks to the notes from Rejected Potential. And that's all I have, really, as he kind of looks about. Does anybody have anything we need to add to the defenses?
Did you say a red glowing wall?
Yes, that is what our queen mentioned. Now, of course, has been delirious. She's been impregnated by someone.
We need a wall. We need a wall.
Thank you, my queen. To answer your question, she explained a red glowing wall. That's all I can tell you.
I have a few ideas.
That's good to hear because I was planning on relying you to do it. The only issue is now that it's come to light, of course, that we apparently have an undead lich, possibly two, underneath our city. One with an army of iron golems, and one with a bunch of frozen zombies. So, and apparently, according to our queen, after giving me a debrief, although I will warn as he kind of rubs his temples, I was a tad drunk. It sounds like she pissed off the lich, and this really reminds me of a story I once heard about someone telling some lich it was its god. But that's a story long lost to history.
You know, I
Damn
think
it.
I think it was Toutler that once did that. I'm not sure. I've heard.
Yeah, and he looks over at you and says, "But yes, but Toutler has an entire empire and a continent under his control. We have one city, and we're barely holding on to that."
Gotta start somewhere.
You really are just such. He looks. You cause. You lot cause more trouble. First the dragon, now this. Then we had zombies. I've never seen so many issues in 1 week. Now, and he looks to the rest. So the plan at this point is to rebuild the royal guard. Apparently, this one, as he points to the turtle, is the new leader of it. Good for you. I will warn you, the last one almost died blowing up a wall.
Unit 34.
As he looks to Doc Splint and starts to explain. He blew up a wall, he almost got blown up, and his entire platoon that was under him are all dead. So you're rolling with the right crowd, buddy.
Hell yeah.
And you're probably just as nuts. Yeah, that's pretty much to catch you all up. Giant wall, we're getting reinforcements, we're bringing in more troops and more nations. There's a big fucking army of demonic people trying to kill us with unfathomable magic abilities. Apparently, according to what the Gnolls have told us, these creatures have unlimited magic, I guess, which I'm terrified of. I'm gonna be honest, because even our most predominant magic casters don't have that. So, if you have any ideas on what else we should do, I'm all ears.
I need my dragon.
Oh, goody. That's what we need, more fire.
Well, it's not exactly fire that he spits.
No, but you did.
You've never seen my dragon, have you?
You burned
Does
down
he-
our
does-
city!
Does your
That
dragon have a
fair.
sound cloud?
To be fair, most of the city were zombies at the time.
Zopep,
What?
does your dragon have a sound cloud?
Queen, I swear to God, I am going to kill you.
Hey, that's treason.
Yes, and I have the ability to back it up. Now shut up. Now, as I'm the one funding this entire kingdom, allow me to explain something very clearly. He legitimately just grabs Aaron by the shoulder and pulls her down to his level. First off, and I'm gonna get real serious with you. You, he points to Agent A. You looks to Doc Splint. You and your assholes, and he looks to Zopip, and you are gonna go
What's
deal with this undead lich. I don't care how many of them are. You're gonna end up killing them or getting rid of them. Understood?
Understood.
Good. And he looks Aaron in the eyes. Secondly, you're gonna find out who your child's father is because I am not dealing with the issues of the people when they have to find out that you have no father figure. We need a king, marry someone, and make up a story. I don't care if this kid comes out looking like a dragonborn when you're married to a Goliath. We can work with that. You better flippin' find a husband. Thirdly,
We do have liches downstairs.
What if the witch got me pregnant?
oh, if that's a sake, make sure he pays child support. We could use the materials. Thirdly, and he looks at Agent A, y'all got signed a quest to go do. Go fucking take care of them. I've got the kingdom under control. I'll start the work on the wall. We're building the crystals. You lot need to leave. Because the longer you're here, the more likely the city is to blow up. And I'm tired of rebuilding it. This is the third time. Alright? Is that understood?
Yep,
Good. Now
perfect.
get out of here before I blow my top. He slams his drink down on the table, grabbing Aaron and pushing her against the wall. Shut up! I'm so happy that you will be dead here soon, dealing with this lich. And he says, meeting adjourned as everyone starts to kind of funnel out, except your group.
I'm
And you.
gonna stay behind for just a little bit as everybody leaves.
All right. As the different groups leave, you are now is now just you, Aaron, Agent A, and Doc Splint, and his 4 compatriots.
So I have an idea.
Let's hear
But
it.
now that you're pregnant, I can't do it on you.
Oh my god, you're gonna get her killed, aren't you?
Well, it could have adverse effects.
Jesus Christ.
So, Doc, tell me something.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like hitting people, or are you more of like a long range kind of guy?
Oh no, I get in there and then just
Got-
like,
Good to know. Good to know. Would you mind if I
If you.
kind of enhanced you a bit?
is it gonna have irreplaceable on me?
Probably.
No. No, I do mind, sorry.
Also, it's at this point, Zopip, you realize something. You've never seen a turtle before.
Well, I saw. Oh, is that who I saw outside?
Nope. Well, you saw. Yes,
Oh.
you did see the Doc Splint outside earlier.
Yeah, with the
Okay.
4 guys, that's me.
Yeah.
My
four-
mariachi
The
band, as I
4
called it.
cloaked figures who have yet to speak, do anything, or from what you can tell, eat.
Wait, you have 4 people following you?
Yeah, they're my mariachi band. I'd call them Italians, but someone would get mad.
Fuck you, Fraz. I know what joke you're going for, Fraz. Fuck you. Stop.
Spanish Ninja Turtles.
Okay.
Italian Ninja Turtles. Fucking assholes.
So, you sure? You sure you don't want?
No thanks. I'd appreciate if I stayed
It was
like
pretty
this.
cool.
You know what? Let's hear it. Depends on what you're gonna do.
Cock and ball torture.
So, all
Sure.
it would take. You don't even. I don't even need to do it in your flesh. I could do it on your shell. I would just inscribe a few things with some magic dust, and that's all you really need to know, and it'll make you like super powerful and stuff.
Can I take it out?
Sure.
Like, am I gonna be able to remove it?
Yeah.
Can I roll insight on that?
Sure. Yeah.
Can I roll insight on the DM?
No.
Damn.
That is a 16/21.
Zopip, are you telling the truth?
I am not.
Doc Split, you get the weird feeling Zopip is lying to your face.
Nah, I'm not. I'm not a fan of tattoos.
Okay, let me explain this to you, right?
Hmm.
Like, it'll let you be super big and hit things super hard.
Wait,
It'll be cool.
wait,
If
is
it
that the
lasts
thing?
more than 4 hours, no.
It
Well-
does not last more than 4 hours. You can grow and shrink at will.
If it
To
does,
whatever
call a
size you-
doctor.
Wait, I'm the doctor here.
Well, I'm sorry to say. But if it does last more than 4 hours, you have a problem.
If it lasts more than 4 hours, we're gonna have to call the Mizna doctors.
I'm good. I don't need.
They're experts in that area.
As you guys are talking, you see the doors kind of cracked open just slightly.
You're a buzzkill.
I
And
apologize.
don't walk out the doors.
As you do, you hear eep as the door kind of moves, and you feel a little resistance as you suddenly see off to your side Cathel standing in her plate armor, staring at you on her. Well, not standing, but sitting on her butt, staring at you.
Woman?
Don't you start?
Man,
Don't you start with me now. All right. There's already a problem with you possibly being the baby daddy. I still don't know what happened. You burnt down the city. You don't get a discussion here.
I'm sorry, who was in the war room?
I'm sorry. Who chased the queen around trying to figure out who's gonna wipe her ass? Would you like
You
that
did.
job? Would you
You
like?
fucking whore?
She looks at you. I swear to God, I will end you one
that's
day.
a low blow. That's a low
Oh,
blow.
wow.
I'm gonna be honest. That's a really low blow.
Don't think I
Mhm.
haven't dealt with your lot before. All right.
I'm sure you have.
My brother fought your damn queen, and he would have lived if it hadn't been for that fat pig that he was following him around.
Your brother died honorably. Alright?
And you won't share the fate if you keep opening your mouth. Don't make me make you impudent.
Did
You
you
mean
ever hear
impotent?
what happened to your brother before he died?
No, all
You
I
know he
understand.
died once before.
You really want to open this can of worms right now?
Oh, I mean, seems like you did. I was just wondering.
Esau.
Oh, boy.
As she kind of stands up, dusts herself off. My queen is past your bedtime. Time to go.
Betty Bye. Can I get my milk and cookies?
Oh my
You are
god.
already
Fuck are you?
you are already gained 5 pounds this week. You will not be gaining any more weight until you're eating healthy again. Now get your ass in there. I will bring the sponge in a minute.
Wait, what's a
Okay.
sponge for?
Can you
God.
bring my rubber ducky?
I want to cast pass wall on her face, but I won't.
She just points down the hallway as she glares at Aaron. Now move.
Okay.
What the fuck?
I went from being the hand of the Tabaxi King to dealing with babysitting an idiot.
Isn't that a better job actually?
She looks at Doc Split and says, "Yes, my previous job was better, but Tenham pays more. And now I
Ah,
know why. At this point, I would have taken the gnome as a king. At least he can wipe his own ass." Alright. And she follows Aaron down the hallway.
That's just
Duck,
depressing.
ducky, 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 ducky,
yeah.
ducky,
That's really depressing.
Oh no, Doc. I heard Doc. Okay.
duck.
Yep.
Alright. As you retire, Agent A, what's your plan? You saw Aaron walk off with Cathel.
Wait, now? Come back to me?
Okay. Doc, do you have any plans for the night, or are you just gonna head to your quarters?
I'm gonna head to my new quarters.
Alright, so one of the guards shows you to your new quarters. It's a swanky little room. It's rather nice in the palace. And it's right next door to Aaron's, as you can hear her splashing as Cathel yells at her, "Stop that! I told you to put the duck away!"
Ducky, 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 ducky,
I'm
ducky,
just gonna send one of
He's
my
got
guys
some mad
to guard
fucking
the front
credits.
door
Okay. Alright.
What you say, Zoltan?
of both of our doors. I'm gonna send one guy on each door.
Okay. Alright, Zilpip, as you see Aaron head down, Doc heads down to his quarters. What are your plans? All you see is Agent A sitting, or still standing in the war room at this point.
At this I don't need sleep. I'm gonna go work on my fucking periodic table.
Okay. Heading to the library, which is one of the main places where you're able to find more information about materials and information on the overall world
Well,
at large.
I'm actually I don't really want to go to the library for that. I'm not like interested in researching different elements that have already been found. I'm kind of making them in my lab
Okay.
with my uh chemical synthesizer.
Okay. Let me know what you want to make. Message me.
Okay.
All right,
Well,
Agent A. Oh, yes, Zilpip. What?
no, I'll just message it to you.
Okay. Agent A, so yes, as you see Aaron, Doc Split head down one hallway, Zilpip head off on his own, out of the palace. What are your plans?
Uh, just retire for the night then.
Alright, as you retire for the evening, heading to your room, it's still the same as you remember it, as more and more flashbacks come to your mind. This room reminds you of your fate.
May I roll history to see if I...
Yep. And would you like me to message it to you, or do you want me to say it out loud?
Yeah, fuck it. Say it out loud if you like.
Okay.
Well,
Wolf is making me study the periodic table and create one for my world. You're an asshole. I want you to let you know that. I'm dealing with like valuations of entire multi-million-dollar to billion-dollar companies, and Wolf wants me to study the periodic table at the same time.
Look, I'm gonna be real. There's only one element that I want to do this for.
I know, but I'm gonna be an asshole and make you really work for it.
19.
19. Okay. You start to recall something. As you remember coming here at one point and then being teleported into the middle of the desert and chased by a large snake. And that's all that you get as a memory.
Fuck. Oh. Why? Why that memory? Out of all fucking memories, why that one?
Oh, and you also remember something about an old wizard trying to hit on you?
Stop. No, stop. Moving on.
I knew I wanted to avoid that one. The best of memories. So yes, as you guys retire for the night, Aaron, you manage to eventually get done with your bath and put to bed, getting a very heavy dose of what looks to be some sort of protein. You're not going to guess the meat anymore at this point. The city was under siege for a while. You're not sure what this could be. This could be cow. This might not be cow. It tastes good. That's what matters. And Cathel retires for the evening, chilling out. And as evening goes on, go ahead, Zilpip, since you are going to be staying up, and the rest actually do have to sleep. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay.
My guys aren't. I'm pretty
I
sure they're pretty bad though.
Yeah.
Not good. 5.
Okay. Um. Okay. So you start to feel the ground rumbling underneath you, which is unusual for this part of the world. I mean, besides for when you do it, or some other spellcaster decides to cast earthquake, but you don't feel this is magic based.
Do I feel like people or a creature or something
Yes,
dangerous?
it's flesh golems. You suddenly get visions of the future as you can see a group going into a dungeon full of flesh golems, zombies, and exploding liches.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah. So no. You can feel the ground rumbling, and it's rumbling steadily.
Does it feel like the rumble is getting more powerful?
Yes.
Question. Awesome. Fantastic.
You also, as I mentioned, get a little note that slipped under your door.
I will said no.
Okay. As you try to open the note, it does not open.
Is it on like paper?
Yeah.
Send it back.
It's got a little wax seal on it. The wax seal has a heart on it. And on the front, it says from potential. And that's all it says.
Oh shit.
From potential.
Mm-hmm.
I cast identify on it.
You identify this is a piece of paper with a wax seal on it. The wax was made in the far reaches of the Dragonborn lands from the rare guava fruit.
Thank you. Does it smell like guava?
It does. And the ink itself seems to be some sort of a mix of actual black ink and rose petals mashed together. Very commonly used amongst love letters, as it gives
That's
off
very
a very
sweet.
nice fragrance. God.
Just because I still don't trust it, I'll cast Dispel Magic on the letter, and then I'll try to open it again.
As it opens, you see you see what looks to be a little pellet. You realize this is one of X's gas bombs.
Motherfucker!
And behind it, the letter says, "I bet you thought this was Cathel."
Alright, motherfucker. I'm gonna get him back eventually.
All right. As the rumbling continues,
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of ignore the rumbling until it gets louder and more dangerous.
okay. Agent A and
Like, not
Duck,
ignore it, but, just...
go ahead and
I'm
give
gonna
me
keep going.
perception checks since Zilpip does not care if the city burns yet again.
That is my specialty.
I hope
28.
so. 28. All right. The turtle can see. Agent
I
A,
am back.
welcome back, Aaron. That cock and ball torture was rather quick, apparently.
Oh, wait, what?
20.
20. All right, you both start to feel, as you kind of slightly wake up, as you can start to feel your bed is moving. both of your beds, I should say. You're not sleeping in the same bed. That would be a very awkward situation to wake up to. Uh, as the least shippable couple, unfortunately, of this group.
We
So
know who the father is.
as the bed starts to rumble, you actually can hear what sounds like the clashing of iron on iron.
Can I hear that?
No, you've got really shitty perception,
That's fair. That's fair.
and you can feel the ground, of course, rumbling as your bed is actually moving. So, Asian A, is there anything you want to do?
Well, fuck. We knew that this is gonna eventually happen.
That's true.
I told Makina. I fucking told him. Alright.
It's at this point the realization comes, Agent A. You think Machina was a smart one in leaving the city.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why I stayed.
That's a question we all ask you quite often. So, what is it you would like to do?
Might as well just start getting prepared.
Okay. As you start gathering up your gear, getting dressed, heading out, you can hear the guards are a chatter. Many are moving. It sounds like they're heading towards the inner keep walls. Doc, what would you like to do?
Follow where the guards are going.
Okay. As you head out, realizing you don't have to, you don't wear any clothes, grabbing all your gear and asking your
Of course, my guys are gonna follow me.
Yes, getting your mariachi band to follow you, heading out. You can see that the guards are all heading towards the inner keep's walls, climbing up to them, and staring out at the city as many of them are gathering in what looks to be some sort of battle position. Aaron is dead asleep at this point,
I'm
snoring.
gonna ask them to arm my guys.
The guards look at you, and one look at, are you insane? I'm keeping my weapon.
No extra ones anywhere?
The barracks are out there, as he points, and as you look over the walls, Agent A, I assume you have climbed up following the soldiers as well to see what was going on. Well, first off, we'll start with Doc for what he sees. Doc, as you look out, you can see ironclad soldiers, large, bulky creatures walking around, looking very similar to what it sounded like Agent A and Machina were arguing about or discussing before Machina went up into his room complaining about large iron golems. The second thing, Agent A, you see what looks to be a very tiny figure compared to these massive iron golems attacking them in full black armor that's kind of broken into
Ow.
pieces and yelling and screaming at them in almost a barbaric rage.
Do I know the voice?
Yeah, it's Vukiak.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
And he's getting kicked in the ass pretty good as these golems are not caring.
I'm going. Fuck it. No, fuck all of you.
Yeah, one of ours.
Huh? What was that, Doc?
Are those ours?
The guard
That
that's standing
lone
next to you?
dog right there? Yes, that is ours.
The dog's ours? Well, he's fucked.
Fuck you. Hope you die.
You know, my older brothers died in the previous
Don't
war.
care.
But no, don't you want to
And I
hear?
start sprinting off.
All right. Zilpip, eventually you start to feel. Now I assume you're still in the inner keep. Basically, you just found a nice little corner and set up your laboratory again.
Yep.
You're starting to feel the full rumble. Your glass is starting to move. You've got the daggers falling onto the ground. The smell of shit is everywhere.
Motherfuckers! I'm trying to sleep.
You can
You
hear the
yawn.
yelling of
And all that.
guards. All right,
No, you weren't.
as you walk out, you see guards sprinting to the walls, grabbing crossbows, screaming and shouting. Commanders giving orders. You see Doc and Agent A up on the wall. Agent A jumping over the wall to go, looking at something. You don't see Aaron anywhere. You do see Cathel running by you. As she runs by, she flips you off and continues to run up the walls or towards the walls.
Alright, okay. Well, fuck.
No,
It,
I don't think that's the plan here.
You don't know that. Alright,
Mm.
I'm gonna.
Give me an Arcana check, actually.
Yeah, alright.
Aaron, now you can give me a perception check.
Um,
Uh,
14 plus 7. I'm
Okay.
guessing that's good enough.
That's 21.
37.
37. Zopip, you feel a very strong presence of necromantic magic to about equal your level, maybe a little stronger, coming up to the surface. It seems to be coming. It seems to be coming from two sources. One which seems to be waning, and the other which seems to be strong, very strong. The second thing you feel, and do you want me to message you this, or would you like to hear out loud?
Mess.
Okay. Um. Where is it? Da, 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 da. Give me a moment. Da, 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 da. God damn, where'd it go? I don't think I pinned the message. Fuck. Oh yeah, here you go. It is. Oh yeah, you okay? There we go. Let me just copy and paste that back into the chat.
Ah.
It's strong. Yeah, it's stronger than the other one. Like a lot stronger. You'd guess probably around 100 times stronger, and a lot more menacing. As you feel that this presence.
Is it the same one?
No. This one seems
Okay.
to come with a lot more. If you had to give an emotion to it, more rage, a lot more anger. Imagine
Interesting.
Wealth with his sort of consumption, but scarier. To give
Yeah,
you a
that's
good,
fair.
to give you a good
Much
imagination.
scarier.
And
Okay.
Aaron, you said you got a 21.
Yeah.
You managed to wake yourself up from your own snoring, and realize you don't hear any guards outside. You don't hear anything going around, and then you feel your bed is shaking, and it's not because of you.
Holy fuck.
And you can hear the screaming of soldiers outside the keep.
I'm getting outside of the keep ready to kick some ass. Where's my halberd and my armor?
After it'll take you a little while to put that on, about a half an hour. All right,
Wait a
You
Zilpip.
have a
minute.
sassy cat bitch who's gonna try to stop you. You know that, right?
She's out on the
Um,
walls right now, and she just ran by you, flipping you off, Zilpip.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So Zilpip, now that you've seen Agent Egg over the wall, Doc Splint standing up there with his four mariachi band members asking for weapons and no one giving them up, and feeling that very strong presence, what's your plan?
I got some, but I just want better weapons, you know?
Don't we all?
I'm going to. All right, I'm gonna summon Piplas and my ice demon to me.
Okay. Uh.
Protogen.
Mhm.
And
Protein.
yeah, I'm gonna go out to the wall and just kind of observe, see where they probably need
Looking out.
some.
As you look out over the wall, finally, as Agent A is running up, you see what looks to be Agent A and a dog just attacking an iron golem. I assume Agent A, are you going to save Vukiak, or are you trying to beat the golem that's kicking his ass?
Well,
And then kill Vukiak yourself.
For abandoning you, yeah.
no, I'm gonna kill him later,
Okay.
but I'm going to save him and get away from
All right, go ahead and give. Do you have any spells you'd like to use on Vukiak to get him to like? It seems from what you can tell, he's in a rage, and that's why he's not responding to you as you run up to him. And the Iron Golem isn't really attacking you outright. It looks like it's marching on orders along with the rest. And as you look back behind it, you can see there are hundreds filling the city streets. So,
Sure.
what Vukiak's doing is just basically denting the armor.
Yeah,
So,
I'm gonna use lesser restoration on him
does that?
to at least.
Okay. As he heals up, he calms.
What?
Wait, lesser restoration?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not a healing
Oh,
spell.
I
It's
heard you
more
wrong.
like effects.
I apologize. I heard you wrong. I thought something else. Okay. All right. As he calms down, relaxing, the Iron Golem stops attacking him. You also notice that at first your spell does activate, but not to the same strength as you were expecting.
Hmm.
As you
Wait,
get
what
a
does the golem look like?
it's an Iron Golem,
What
but
color?
there's something.
No color of the golem.
It's just normal iron. This one. But you do notice there's a very large carving on its chest.
Do I recognize this carving?
Give me an investigation check. Coffee. Coffee.
Covfefe.
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 The drink of the gods. Literally.
Agreed. Agreed.
Alright, Ajane, what'd you get?
$13.
13. Yeah, this is a very familiar rune. You recognize this as a very well-known spell.
Ah, shit.
Let me see if I've got this correct. Yeah, so this is from what you can tell called, or what you recognize as an anti-magic field. As you look around, it's carved on every single golem.
Ah, shit. I'm dragging this ass back into the fucking city. Fuck this.
As you grab Vukiak, he kind of accepts it, moving with you. Not really trying to do anything, as the Iron Golem doesn't continue to fight him. It just kind of continues to march as on order. As you finally make it up to the main portion, or up back into the inner keep, looking out onto the wall, Zopip, Doc Splint, Ajane, and now Aaron finally joining with all of her armor on, and a very rushed bedhead, smelling of roses from the bath earlier. Looking out, you can see the entirety all around the keep. There are iron golems filling the streets. They're not attacking anybody, but they have filled the city completely. Wolf starts messaging me instantly. Also, you notice at the center in front of the keep stands what looks to be a very large elf. Very
What does this
large,
elf look like?
with rather long pointy ears, very cropped white hair, fully like a tan skin color, bright green eyes, and about 3 feet thick. This is a very muscular elf. Standing about 5 foot, you can guess to 6 foot range. It's kind of hard to tell given where he's standing. And he is carrying what looks to be 2 items that stick out. First off, he is in full black plate mail. The black plate mail seems to have carvings all over it, but it's too far away at this point to make out without a perception check. And in one hand, he seems to be carrying what looks to be the skull of a gnoll. In the other,
Fuck.
seems to be a war drum looking staff.
Oh. Fuck.
And he is glaring at the wall. And from what you can guess, he's probably staring at Aaron as Aaron kind of moves around. His eyes seem to track.
Fuck. Well, time to leave.
And immediately as you think that, you can hear a voice in your head. A telepathic link is linked to the entire city. From what Zopip can tell with his magical persona or ability to chill everything. And he starts to speak. I gave you a task, and your queen failed. I wanted to live in peace. Now, because of this, you have 2 options. You surrender the city, leave it permanently and never return, or I unleash my full forces. I do not allow failure. And I shall introduce myself for those who are seeking death as their final choice. My name is King Welfin of the House of the Wolf. I'm one of the 5 kings from the Warring Age, and I've killed more men, women, and children than any of you have ever even met. And I am not your traditional undead.
Question.
Yes.
Were you the second lich or the first lich? Because I forget.
You hear a deep laugh go off. He holds up the head and points to it with the staff. This was your first lich. And he chucks it up and aims right for Zopip. Zopip, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Fuck.
Question.
Yes.
Is he nearby any of those golems?
No.
Okay.
Can I
He's
turn
standing in
it
front of
into
him.
rose petals as it's
Ah.
flying at me?
You can, and if you fail, you have to give me a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage.
Okay.
Shouldn't he get dispelled by the anti-magic field?
Nope,
What, the Lich?
it's not magic.
Yeah.
The Lich,
I thought liches are magical beings, so you know.
they are. But this
So
guy also
anti-magic.
isn't exactly a magic caster, so I
I
mean,
meant his actual being is a lich. Lich is
uh-huh.
magical things. All right.
However,
He's also making
Huh?
nothing. Never mind.
Okay.
That's an Arcana roll, right?
Yeah.
39.
The skull turns to roses, and you get smacked with petals.
Woo!
You take 0.1 points of HP damage, as one of the petals manages to cut your very fragile skin.
Round it down, probably. Yeah, D&D rules say round it down.
I'm not gonna make him roll or actually put it down. It was a joke. Yeah. And the man looks at you and says, "Now, allow me to explain something, since I know you have a very powerful magic caster amongst you, as well as a very stupid barbarian."
I'm not a barbarian.
Wasn't referring to you. Haha. This is called the Staff of War. This item, when activated and turned into its full form, has enough power to end an entire continent. It's currently in only its activated state, which means I've only released half of its power. And as the one known as Zilpip Kungpao, who is trying to currently think up a plot on how to defeat me, which I'm going to let you know is useless, knows
Oof.
this item will end him in moments, as he can probably sense the magic from it.
I can. It's pretty cool. I want it.
So I'm going to offer a single chance. Let's settle this like the old ways. In my day, a champion fought a champion. Who amongst you wishes to challenge me to single combat?
Is he gonna use the staff or no?
That's a good question. You should ask him.
Are you gonna use that staff on us?
There's no rules to the items we use. You take, imagine your friend there with his flamethrower, from what I can tell it is. Also from reading the ugly one's mind. Yes, you are welcome to use whatever items you have on hand. I do not care, you will still lose. Who accepts my challenge, or would you choose to leave the city in peace?
Are you gonna use the golems?
He just said he's going to fight hand in hand, meaning him versus someone from the party. Are you that
Alright.
dumb?
Ajane, would you care to take up my challenge? I hear you enjoy fighting.
Is it a fight to the death or a fight to lose? Or a fight to one yield?
You can yield, if you should wish.
If he yields, what happens to him?
The same thing that happened to the kings who yielded me their castles. They were
That
let go free and left be.
oh,
Fine.
Should
Like-
you lose, though, I will outright kill you and the entirety of your party to make sure you never return to these areas. But the
you know what?
citizens will be allowed to leave.
Can I go?
So, wait.
However,
Hold
to
up.
make it fair, unless Zilpip steps forward, I will give a champion instead to fight the person one-on-one. If your friend there, the tiniest dragon, wishes to step forward, then I shall fight myself.
Can I go?
Any who wish to take the challenge, you have 5 minutes to decide.
Who's
Can I
going?
go? Can I go? I have zero fucking attachment to
I think Aaron should go.
really?
Yep.
I got higher AC, I got more health than him,
I said what I said.
I'm a better tank than him. As
Just
long
leave
as the
it.
match
Just leave it. If he's going to be like this, then leave it.
Let alone the queen actually do the work.
Wait, she's pregnant though.
I know.
Oh my god.
Zilpip,
This is
that's
just
the
why
other.
I'm not paying for child support.
The father will never
Look.
have to be known.
So
Aaron
I'm going.
probably has the best shot.
So
Really?
I'm going.
I really want to fucking try. But okay. Like I just made it for combat, you know.
So who shall step forth from the inner keep?
I really want to go.
Same.
Cathel just
Yeah.
looks at
Shall.
Cathel looks to Aeron and says, "Send the gnome. If he dies, I win. I win the pot. I've got 400 gold pieces on his death. Please.
Why would you?
You
bet
know, I
that?
can create gold out of thin air.
I don't care. I just don't like you. If I win money because you die, it's all right. Good.
Dear God.
I'll go.
Oh God, the pregnant lady is gonna go. This will be good."
Fetus
Blame the
deletus.
one.
She looks to Agent A and says, "So, I know you can disguise yourself. How do you feel about being queen?"
Fine.
As the doors open up, the guards, the troops open it. None of them wanting to exit this keep, thinking the walls will protect them.
So before he goes, let me just check my stuff, see if I can buff him with something. I'm allowed to do that, right?
Good question.
Am I allowed to do that?
Oh, I forgot to mention. Yeah, he has an anti-magic field. So.
Does that mean that my weapons won't work properly?
Yep.
Do you want me to go then?
All items that aren't based on divine magic, technically.
Well, fuck.
Mine are runic though, aren't they?
Wait.
Only one of your items is divine, and that's the thing
That
from
news.
Connor.
Wait,
Yeah.
he said he's not gonna use the golems though.
That's true.
Are,
He
is
did
the
say
ma-
he was
is
going
the
to
an-
use a champion.
Is the anti-magic
only
field gonna
thing-
be up
That's
by the time we
Hey,
go in?
No. The anti-magic field is already set. That's the thing. He already has the golems activated.
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
am
but-
fighting a champion. I'm not fighting him.
Yeah, but can he just like move the golems in? Like,
No,
nah.
he's not that dumb.
Is it actually going to be a mano kind of fight?
Yep.
DM, quick question.
Sure.
I have a feature here called symbiotic entity.
Mm-hmm.
Is that magical?
Let me check it.
I mean, I can. Ooh. Hey, Zilpip, how do you like feeling persuaded to?
Please make Zilpip go down. Please. I'm not gonna lie. This single combat was based to kill him.
Obviously.
I mean, I can convince. I'm a good convincer.
Yeah, but he's really smart. That's the problem. He won't do anything that will outright kill himself. So what's the spell? Would you say something symbiotic?
It's a feature.
Oh, it's a feature. Let me look. A symbiotic. You can use wild shape to awaken the spores that infuse to get you to gain 36 HP temporary. Deal damage dice for your halo or spores damage and deal 1d6 poison damage when you hit with a melee weapon. These all last for 10 minutes or until you lose the temporary hit points. Until you can. I would say this is magic just because wild shape is technically a magic or is a spell.
That's not gonna work.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
magically
We're
assume
gonna
the
take a
shape of the
second
beast.
because Wolf is trying to explain how he's going to save your asses real quick. So I'm gonna jump into private chat for a moment with him, real quick, if that's all right. While you guys plan out something, try to figure out a plan.
Can I at least ask him to turn off the anti-magic field?
And he ignores his request. All right. One sec. All right, you gotta unmute yourself, buddy. Oh, I've got you server muted. There we go. There we go. What's up?
All right.
So this is on stream, so
Yeah. Yeah.
let me mute the stream. There we go. Carry on. No, not in this case. Uh, yeah, it's more warlockish. Okay. Mhm. Yes, it would. It's a traditional design. Okay. Okay. Um, I'd say at this point only a quarter. There's a lot of stuff that he would have to really study into because the world hasn't seen it yet. Mhm. Okay. Okay. Message. You're gonna need to message me these real quick. That way it makes it easier. All right. And then we can jump back over into the other chat. All right. Okay. I'm back.
Welcome back.
Zopip,
Let me move Zopip. Maybe if I can move him first. Move to general. Welcome back, Zopip.
Thank you.
Yep, made it
I
easier
was
just
the
to
one
move
who
you.
did it, by the way.
Huh?
I was the one who did it.
Oh, no, you weren't. I was. All right. So, what's the plan, Aaron?
Well, who's coming to fight me?
Are you the one stepping out?
Well, yeah, I'm going to fight.
All
If
right.
I wasn't an anti-magic shield, I would have.
As you
Damn it.
begin to step out, the golems do move. They more stand like in a kind of create a circlement, kind of give you like an arena. And as you kind of start to walk into it, your armor suddenly changes to a darker color. It gets heavier. So your movement speed is reduced to 10 feet.
10?
Yeah,
What the
it's
fuck?
it's heavy. This armor is your AC is boosted though. Your AC is
Okay.
now a 22.
10.
I'll just override your
Yeah,
AC real
yeah,
quick.
yeah. You just go ahead and do that.
There you go. Yes, I know. And as far as it goes, the end of your blade or your halberd suddenly becomes a black material or made of a black metal and becomes very heavy as well. This won't actually cause you any issues, but the tip does also start to become a what looks to be a very strange color of silver. The spike on the
Uh,
halberd.
okay. Does it do any more damage than it usually does, or is it still the same amount of damage?
It is the same amount of damage, but it does have bonus effects which will apply during the fight.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry, I'll roll
And
it.
and the soul absorption thing will not work anymore.
Correct.
Since
As
they.
of while you're in this field.
Okay.
All right. So as you come out, you see what looks to be the lich looks at you for a second, just stands there, contemplates. It says, "I will give you an option. Since you are the queen, you deserve the ability to gain glory like none other have. I will give you a choice. You can fight me and gain glory that even the elven kings of old could not. And if you do defeat me, the iron golems here will be given to you as my parting gift. I will give up my own life, and I will give the iron golems to you.
How long has he been talking to him?
A few minutes.
How doesn't the thing
The anti
where is it?
magic.
No, know your enemy.
Hit the wrong button.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. Yeah. Does yeah my oh yeah.
All right, we'll get to that here in a moment. He looks at you and says, "Or you can fight one of two of my champions. I will give you that option. Which would you like?"
I'd like to fight the champions. Which one?
He brings up two champions. One stands in front of you. He looks like what looks to be another undead lich looking creature. This one looks like a traditional lich, wizard cloak, normal staff, big skull. And the other one beside him stands a what looks to be a sort of soldier in not heavy mail or heavy plate, a shield and a sword, and a what looks to be an orb on in the center of the shield that seems to glow red. From what you can tell, one looks to be a soldier, one looks to be a magic caster. So that's the choice.
Hmm. Yeah, I think I'll go with the soldier. Yeah.
Yeah, looks
You mind if I backseat Aaron's thing a bit because he has superiority dice and he doesn't remember shit?
Well, if he has questions, he's more than welcome to ask you. I don't care.
Alright.
All right, Aaron. Roll initiative.
Okie dokie.
Fuck.
Probably spend it all on parry.
14.
14. Okay. All right. Allow me to get this thing's health up to date real quick.
Yeah, I think you should probably spend all of your dice on parry.
Yeah, that's
Probably
what
not
I
a bad idea. Cough. Oh, they updated the encounter thing even more. Cool. That's awesome. Okay. And what Aaron, just to keep track. Okay, you have that. All right. Wolf's messaging me shit as usual. Trying to tell me how to run my game. God damn it, Wolf! I
Always.
told you I am gonna kill him. You don't have a choice in this matter.
I wish
But
I was the one in
wanna.
front right now.
But I wanna.
Yeah, I know. Wolf's trying to claim to kill Agent A in the background.
I
Fuka.
kind of want to be in there instead. Damn it.
Okay. All right. So as the battle fight begins, the creature walks forward. You recognize this, given your ability. This is what you know as a Death Knight.
Motherfucker.
They're very well known in the world of liches and undead, and they're very well told about in stories. Luckily, this is not a homebrew one, so you don't have to worry about anything special in this character. It's alright if it makes you feel any better, Wolf. The other one, Zilpip would have immediately recognized it was an Illithid Lich.
Oh fuck.
So, I'm gonna be honest, you chose the better decision in this case, Aaron. All right, Aaron, you're up first.
Yeah, that
What,
was pretty obvious.
what would you like
Yeah.
to say?
Mage or a soldier? Ooh, who would you pick?
I
I
mean, the
think
mage is
with
more
you.
fragile. Let's be honest. He could have done a lot more DPS to the thing, but the thing did more DPS to him.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going first.
Yep, you're up. As you two
All
start
right.
to circle each other,
All right. How close is he to me?
he's within 10 feet. This is
Okay.
a very tight circle.
All right. I'm gonna give him a good old whack
Okay,
with my halberd.
go ahead and do that.
That's a nat 20.
Okay, do another one to confirm.
That's an 8.
Okay, so you do
Not
double
bad.
damage.
All right. Let's see. So
2d10,
2d10.
I believe.
Yeah, it is 2d10. I'm just looking for the d10. There it is. Uh, let's see. 7 plus 10, so 17.
Okay,
And I'm gonna do my little boop on his forehead, so that's another d4 plus 5.
okay.
That's
Wait.
6 damage.
Wait, what's a D4 for?
It's the little the the
Bonus action attack?
yeah, it's the little bonus
You
action.
have a second attack still.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. So you'll roll to attack again. Then
Uh-huh.
you don't roll the damage.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Roll to hit.
That is a 15 plus 9.
That hits.
6.
All right, and let's go for
Best thing this thing could have ever had. Awesome.
let's see. That's a 14.
All right. It looks unfazed.
Uh,
One more?
Can I wait? Oh, I get another attack. Okay.
Yeah, you have 2 attacks
I
in a
thought I
single
said-
turn.
Oh, I thought I had no.
He already took his 2 actions. Oh, you're not movement. Yep. Fraz is right. You're not using your movement. So
No, he has a default 2 attacks per turn.
yes, and he
He
already
does.
used them both.
No, the other one was a bonus attack that's a D4.
No,
I
he
think.
used his first one, then his
Okay.
bonus attack, and then his second one. However, assuming you're not moving out of this little field, you get your third by sacrificing your movement.
If he moves closer, do I get? If he moves closer, I get an opportunity attack.
You
yeah.
will, but I'm saying if you're not using your movement, then you can attack
I
him
know.
again.
I know. I was just making sure.
How big is the field?
It's only about 20 feet, but they're close to each other.
Ah, 20 by 20?
Hmm.
He has a sword and shield. Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. I'm just gonna ask, does his sword look any special? Is it just a normal looking sword?
It seems to be made. It does seem to have a jewel at the pommel that does seem to glow.
If I use my disarming attack, where would his weapon end up?
Within the field, because it would
just be-
bounce. It would be within 20 feet of him, because it'd bounce off
Yeah.
one of the iron golems at most.
All right. I'm going to use a disarming attack then.
Okay, and if I remember right, that's his save.
So when I have to do it, I have to
Yes,
actually
attack.
do another attack.
Yep.
Yeah, and then I have to do it.
Spending one
let's-
superiority dice.
Yeah.
Superiority dice, only if it
Yeah.
hits.
Yeah, only. Let's see, 12 plus 9, that hits. Yeah.
21.
21. That does hit.
All right. And
So he has to make a saving throw.
Yeah, strength saving throw of 17.
I think that's fine, cause yep, that's okay. That's a 9.
Like natural? Like.
Nope, that's a 9 in total. As his
Shit.
as his
Yeah,
sword
that-
goes
All
flying away.
Let me do my damage.
Remember to add the D8, I believe.
You mean the D4 for the bonus? Or-
Yeah.
No.
Oh
well,
yeah. Oh, yeah,
Superiority die.
For the superiority die. Right. Okay.
Why did I make him build this?
because it's entertaining and he's your only tank.
I'm a tank.
You weren't before.
That's true.
Let's see. 17 plus 8
Plus 5?
25.
plus 5. Okay.
No, that's gonna be 30 if you
No.
plus 5 more.
17 plus 8.
That's 25, and then strength.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. Okay. Yes, I am. Don't worry. Please stop messaging me. I am paying attention. I promise.
I'm gonna
Alright.
DM him with the word ding.
I swear to God, I will ding you. Alright. Alright, so, Aaron, is there anything else you can do at this point, or are you done?
I'm done. I'm waiting for
Okay.
him to come to me.
He's not going to
Kinky.
move. He's going to hold his shield in front of himself. And as he does so, just checking something.
Make a deck save? I don't know.
Alright, make a charisma saving throw, Aaron.
Ooh, that's a bit for. I have no idea what else happening.
By the way, Zilpip, give me an Arcana check.
That's a 16.
16. Alright, let's see. That is... okay. And Zilpip, what was that Arcana check for me?
41.
41. Congratulations. You do notice that as the Death Knight starts to move, the anti-magic field is taken down. And as this happens, Aaron, I'm sorry to say this, but you find yourself in the plane of elements.
That's bullshit.
That's fucking cheap.
Aaron,
That's-
you have
that's-
vanished from the plane of existence.
That is
The Death Knight
absolute-
stands the
What
champion.
spell is it? Isn't that?
Banishment.
Oh.
That is absolute bullcrap.
Aaron will start to take damage. We will come back to that here in a moment. As Aaron vanishes,
I take up the mantle of the champion and go
Wilfin
in.
walks forward. It says, "Your champion, your queen, has failed. Do you have
She might
anybody
come
else
back.
you wish to send forth?"
Fuck it.
I would.
I'll.
Shut
You
up.
wanna go, Zilpip?
I wouldn't be so sure she's super gone yet.
Yeah.
Give
Also,
it a minute
yeah.
till your spell fades. Let's
Okay.
let's see what happens.
Aaron, start giving me Constitution saving throws, please.
How long does that last?
I
question?
need 10 Constitution saving throws. It's only a minute.
Alright,
Okay.
that's a 19.
Okay.
That's a 16 plus 9.
Okay.
25.
That's a 13 plus 9.
22.
That's a 20. That's a nat 20.
Okay.
29.
I can add Fraz.
That's a 16.
You usually say thank you.
Okay.
That's a 10.
Okay.
19.
That's a 14.
Okay.
That's a 20.
Okay. I hope you're keeping track of how many you're rolling, because I'm not.
Oh, I'm not.
Oh my fucking god.
Wow. All
Wasn't
right.
that 8?
Sure, let's go with 8. Go 2 more.
Let's go with it. Okay.
Thank you, Fuka.
9.
18.
3. Yikes.
Okay.
Uh,
Give me a moment.
Christ.
One more?
Nope, you're good.
Oh, okay.
Okay, wait. Two.
Which plane did you get sent to? I'm just curious.
The plane of elements.
Oh,
All
that's gonna be
right.
painful.
You take. What is that? Oh shoot.
Isn't that the one where it's like all of the elements?
Yep.
in-
You take
so-
54 points of magical damage. I'm not gonna try and break up the elements and what that is, unless you have a specific immunity,
Nope.
which you don't. So, and as you suddenly appear back in the circle, Aaron looks a little fried up. Fried up, electrocuted, somewhat a little bags under her eyes, very exhausted. And the Death
Actually,
Knight looks
immune
confused.
to exhaustion. So
Okay, fair enough. You're not exhausted. Congrats. The Death Knight in this time will have picked up his sword once more and waited. So after taking your 54 points of damage, it's your turn again, Aaron. As the Death Knight does not give a confused look, it does not give an unexpected look. It just looks like it's ready for combat once more.
Alrighty. Well, my magic stuff is working again. It appears.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
'cause
no, they're not.
the field went right back up again.
Oh. I didn't say it was gonna be an honorable duel.
Didn't you say he was an honorable guy though?
The Lich?
Yeah.
I never said he was technically honorable. That's what the history says of him. But they also declare that that Charlemagne was honorable and he burned people. So
Yeah, think of Saxony.
yeah.
All right.
Or
Well,
think of the Catholics and how they were honorable according to history, and look at the Crusades.
I'm gonna get a hit.
Yep, go
on my
ahead.
hand. That's a 19.
A 19 does not hit.
Wait, natural or plus
No, plus. Yeah, that's
Oh,
+9? Yeah.
okay, yes, that hits.
okay. Let's see. Okay, and then I do my damage. That's an 11.
It looks
and I'm
completely fine.
You have an action surge, huh?
I do. You're right. And I want to do the disarming attack again.
Okay. So make an attack, and if
That's a 6 plus 5, so 11.
Shouldn't it be +9?
Isn't it? Wait, what did
it's
plus
to
my
hit.
strength, right?
No, it's when you hit with this weapon. You're doing an actual weapon attack, so it's a whatever.
Right.
So it's a
I thought it
plus
was rolling for
9.
another attack. I thought it was for...
So yes, it is a plus 9. You do whatever you rolled plus 9.
Oh, okay. So 6 plus
9
5.
Wait,
is
is this for damage
15.
This is
or...
for
No.
my This is
This
for
is
my
the hit, Fraz. Shut up. No more talking,
no
Fraz.
no. This one is for my
Disarming
the-
attack.
Yeah, no. That's happens when I get an attack. Like
I know. It says
That-
when you hit with a weapon attack, which you just made, and
okay,
got a
it's a
15,
yeah,
you can
DC
expend.
7. It's
No.
a DC 17.
If it fails or if you. Yeah, you're doing a weapon attack on him, which you didn't do, because
Which
you
I
failed to hit his DC or AC.
you
If
said
it fails, it has to make a strength saving throw.
No, the 15 was for his attempted what's it called? Damage with the actual superiority dice. He can declare the superiority when he hits, which he just did.
Is that what
That's
you were
not the hit.
doing, Tren? You were adding the damage?
yeah. I'm adding the damage right now because didn't I hit?
You hit with the first one. Are you? Where is that? What you
Yes,
didn't
it's
declare
just
that
the-
you were doing a disarming attack at that. So
Yeah, when I hit, I was going
yes,
to say
you
I'm
need to
doing
declare that you're doing a disarming attack on that dice roll before you roll the dice to say, hey, I'm doing that. So
No, you don't. You
You
can
don't. You,
superiority dice after you hit.
fine, I'll allow it.
Okay, so
Alright.
6 plus my
And
did he-
damage, that's
Yeah,
okay.
so
15. Got it. Okay. Anything else you want to do?
keep attacking.
Yeah.
Wait, saving throw.
Yeah, he has to do his
That's a 14.
Oh my
Drops
god, it's
it.
gone
Nice.
again.
Dice as the sword goes flying away once more.
Alright, roll it. That is a 3 plus
No.
my
9.
Yeah, that does
Yeah,
not
no.
hit as you manage to bounce off his shield.
Alright.
Wrong.
Since I didn't move, I'm gonna do it again.
Okay.
That's a 13 plus 9. Does that
Okay.
hit?
13 plus 9 does hit.
Alright, cool. 1d10. Ah, whoops, it fell.
Slow rolls don't count.
Okay. 14. And can I do a disarming strike for his shield?
You can, But yeah, okay, yeah, go ahead.
All right, doing that then.
Okay, and that
Can
was
you
14
disarm
damage.
his
You said
armor?
as well.
And what? Yeah, that
Was
was
that 14 to
14 damage.
hit?
Yeah, that was no,
14
that was
damage.
14 damage.
Okay.
Yeah, 14 damage.
All right.
And I'm gonna add the damage from the.
Superiority die.
Yeah, that's 6 again plus the 5, is it?
Yeah.
Or is it- Yeah.
No, you don't add any modifiers to
No,
your
it's
Oh, you
just
don't
superiority
have.
die.
yeah,
You
it's
don't
just
have
a
any.
D8.
Oh, okay. Then there you go. There you go.
All right. As you do so,
Oh,
the shield
and
goes
my
flying.
and my little boop too, the D4 plus 5.
All right, go ahead and do it. Roll it.
Roll to attack.
No, it's that goes with it, like after an attack. Or wait, no, this is.
No, you spend a bonus attack to attack
All right,
again.
yeah.
You
Oh,
need to learn your character, Tren.
I do. It's just, sometimes I forget
Okay.
things.
All right. Sometimes. As you
A lot.
manage to knock away his shield and his sword, the creature looks very upset, kind of confused. And as it does so, it pulls out what looks to be a little orb and chucks it straight at you.
Can I swing it back at it?
You cannot, but you can give me a dexterity saving throw.
That's close enough. 19 plus 2.
21.
As luckily, you managed to succeed it. However, and give me a moment. Let me roll to. Oh god, I don't have a dicey anymore. Oh, this is bad. Okay, this means I actually have to roll the damage. Oh, this is gonna take a while.
Don't we have a bot that specifically does that for us?
We did, but I got rid of him.
No, it's still here.
No, Dicey isn't here. We have Avray now.
No, isn't that the same?
Yeah, but
Okay.
that only works for character sheets. All right.
Ah, I thought it was for something else.
3,
Rip.
10, 16,
Oh, I'm a bad
19,
boys.
25, 26 points of necrotic damage. That's halved. That's 13?
13.
Yeah.
13.
So 13
26,
points
right?
of necrotic damage. And then, sorry, one again, 10, 13, 19, 10, that's 29, and 39. So what's 39 halved?
38 is gonna be 15.
That's 30, 16,
14,
16,
19,
36,
19.
19. All right, so you take 19 points of fire damage as well.
All right.
You good?
I'm at 49 HP.
All right, as you start to make your plan, the DM is going to run to the restroom because he still has one more attack that I just misread the character sheet on. Oh, wait, no, I don't. But I'm still going to run to the restroom while you make a plan because I've got to take a piss like no other.
Alrighty. What do I do here?
Heal yourself. Swing
Well,
at
yeah,
it.
I'm going to use
Heal
my
yourself. Attack twice, and then use your bonus action. Use action surge to attack twice again,
Mm-hmm.
and then attack one more time because of
Yeah.
not moving.
Yeah.
And hope to God it goes down this time.
I mean, I can't imagine it has that much HP left.
Have you been counting
How much HP it has? I
how much damage you're doing to it?
No, I have not. I usually
Okay.
don't do that. But I can't imagine it has that much left.
And if the anti-magic field doesn't exist, I would be having fun right now.
I mean, to be fair, I think I'm doing pretty well right now against it.
Yeah, you are. I think. If you're doing enough damage to it, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. As the orb explodes on you, causing you to take damage left and right, the creature seems to be getting more and more into it, not picking up its weapon and actually losing some of its AC. It's now the lich known as Welfin is glaring up at Agent A, just staring at him.
Wait.
Wait, why me?
Good question.
Huh, I'm surprised the thing didn't get dispelled, actually. No, wait, they turn it off every time it's his turn.
Question.
Also,
Yeah,
that's
I-
divine magic.
Oh,
I
right.
have a
Okay, fair
quick
enough.
Question. I'm not sure if this is the right time for it. What's inspiration do?
Do you have inspiration?
I do. I've never
Lets you
used it.
reroll something, an attack.
So
Lets you reroll a
inspiration
d20.
can allow you to reroll if you can expand it when you make an attack roll, saving throw, or ability check. Basically, it gives you advantage on the roll, so you can roll twice,
Oh,
giving you a
okay.
chance at rolling higher.
Oh, okay.
So if you roll like a natural one, say you could use your inspiration that I think Alice gave you to fix that. And honestly, I think the saddest thing is I think Alice gave that to you way back when you guys were fighting, when he was still alive.
Squirrels.
Yeah, no, when you were fighting in the snow elf or snow dwarf war.
Yeah, the thing where I fucking rode
Aaron
the
never
carriage. That
fucking
was...
used it.
Haven't used it.
Yep.
It's a
this-
Chekhov's gun. There you go. Let's just call it that.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. All right, Aaron. As you continue to circle the creature, he still got his, or he dropped his shield and his sword, so he is unarmed. He is now just in armor.
All right.
But he
Can
seems,
I disarm
it
him
seems
of his armor?
unfazed. You cannot.
Hey,
Good
you tried.
Good try though.
Darn it. All right. Well, I'm going to use my. Where is it?
And how much health are
My
you at
second
right
wind.
now?
I'm gonna use my second wind, so
Okay.
I'm yeah.
D10 plus
1d10.
9.
Where's my d10?
As you're rolling this, you start to notice that as you're fighting, your back feels heavier for a moment.
My back.
And as you look behind you, okay, let me check something. You notice two large white wings in draconic-looking fashion have popped up. You've also started to glow with a white aura around you.
It's a fucking god.
Oh.
That's it. Nothing else so
That's it?
special happens. No.
All
Can he
right.
fly with it?
Can I fly?
You can. You think you could?
Don't try it.
Don't try it.
Maybe like going out the arena would actually make them pissed off and kill you a card and shit. So probably
I mean, he said I can use whatever is available to me.
that's also true actually.
It's also at this point, Aaron. You notice. So you know how you carry that tiny pistol, homemade hand cannon on your belt.
Yeah.
You start to feel the heaviness coming from that. As you
Throw
look
it away.
down, it's massive. It is a fully sized bronze cannon with a
Oh.
very tiny wooden hilt. Anti-magic. It's a bitch.
How much? How much damage?
You don't take any damage. You just can't move now.
How much
As-
damage is the cannon gonna do now? It's still the same? Or...
If you could lift it, it'd still be the same. Basically the way Zopip had enchanted it is to make it smaller, but as the cannonball leaves the field of the magic around the hand cannon, it expands so it would do normal damage of a hand cannon. It's basically like carrying around a full cannon.
I suppose I will.
However,
Is it aimed at the knight right now?
No, it was on his belt. It was on Aaron's belt, and just literally has now collapsed and hit the ground, cracking the ground.
Can
Also,
I, like,
Aaron, your balls fall to the ground and start to crack it.
Hmm.
So,
Oh. Can I get just
Puberty.
take the thing off of my belt?
it will take an action
Like
to do so.
And I won't be able to fly if I don't do that, right?
Yeah, you won't be able to fly. You won't be able to move.
All right, yeah.
I'm gonna
I'm
be
doing
honest.
that. Yeah, I'm doing that then.
Okay. So as you take an action to remove it, you have 2 actions left,
Okay.
assuming you don't
Um,
move.
Assuming I don't move.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to use. If I use action surge, I can still make an. Yeah. Okay. I'll use action surge then.
Okay.
So I already used my second wind also, by the way. I got 16, so I added that.
I saw
already.
that. You're good.
Okay. All right. Action surge. Let's get 2 attacks.
Yep.
11 plus 9, so that's 20.
20.
Yep.
Okay.
And
To
then-
hit, that hits.
Yep. All right. 1d10. Okay, I got 15.
As you
Ooh,
smack
max
the
damage.
guy down, slamming into his head, his skull looks like it's starting to split.
And I'm gonna.
Hey, run. Hey, run.
I'm gonna do another
Hey,
attack.
run.
Suddenly, Doc Split finds himself silenced as the
Can't even
spell
fucking.
silence gets cast on him.
No, I can still talk. No sound just comes out. I'm just gonna keep on doing
Okay.
it.
I got. Okay, so 6 plus 9. I'm guessing that doesn't hit.
No, that does not.
All right. I'm going to, fly so I'm just out of reach of him, but I'm still like I can still hit him. So he can't hit me, but I can still hit him.
Well, he
with my-
can't
I
hit you
mean-
really with anything other than his hands right now. He has to grab his
Right.
weapon.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Even
yeah.
if you're
So
standing.
I just want to like start flying. That way I can
Okay.
sort of still keep out of his way. So yeah.
I have a
Alright.
question. Is
Is
that are those wings magical?
The anti-magic field is still active from what Zilpip can
Fair enough.
tell, from what all of you can tell, given the fact that it doesn't take a strong Arcana sense to see it. So this is either divine magic or he's got some link with someone.
I'm gonna go with divine magic.
Well,
Fucker made a deal with the gods.
You can make it could be divine magic, but the way I also treat like patron magic is the same way, even if it's with a demon. So
Anyways, so yeah.
okay.
I'll do that.
So as you're floating now, the creature looks very upset with you, as you can finally see its face as its helmet has cracked and split off. It looks like a very young elf with long flowing white hair. Looks a little bit thinner and built, a little younger than Welfin, but looks very similar to him. And he is going to go ahead and is this
Fuck your day up.
I'm checking something. I'm just checking to see if okay, yeah, you do have to be on the ground. Smart man, you're avoiding the strongest spell I have available. I was gonna use Destructive Wave again as I have one more, but you have to be on the ground for it to work. Oh fuck. Shit, I don't have anything to do against you. Fuck.
You got any long range spells?
Not
Fuck.
now because I used the only one I could on him. Give me a moment. I'm
Pick
just
up the
thinking.
goddamn weapons.
I'm thinking, but that's an opportunity attack, and this guy isn't
Oh, yeah,
dumb,
that's
so
true.
I'm checking my options. All right. Is this
I-
touch? No. Okay. All right. Go ahead and give me another. What is this? Charisma saving throw, please. Aaron.
Does the anti-magic
Nat
field
20.
dissipate?
Yes, it does for a moment.
Nat 20 plus 2.
Nat 20 plus 2. Fuck. As you manage to avoid the spell. Fuck. Fuck. Shit. I'm trying to think here. Oh, perfect. Using his final second attack. Not moving. The creature is going to go ahead and let me see. Oh, give me a wisdom saving throw, Aaron.
Is that your speciality?
That is not my speciality.
No,
but I'm
I know
still
it isn't.
decent at it. I'm still decent at it. I got a plus 3. It's
Yeah,
higher than
that's
my
pretty
charisma.
decent.
18 plus 3.
21.
As you manage to, or as you hear the creature speak suddenly in common, drop. You
Oh,
feel
command.
yourself drop to the ground. And that's
Really?
all it can do
After-
because that's its 2 turns.
Okay.
Yeah, fucking god damn it. Okay, that's the end of the Death Knight's move. Fuck you, god damn it. I didn't expect you to actually be able to fly. God damn, I forgot about
I
this
mean, you
whole
gave
deal.
him those wings.
I know I did. I didn't think him to actually take advantage of them. I didn't think we'd get to this situation. I was hoping
Do it
Zilpip would
again.
come out.
Do it again.
No,
No, wait,
alright.
shit, I can't say anything.
No, you
Fucking
can't.
mouth out. Do it again.
The Lich, known as Welfin, continues to glare at Agent A. Staring at
What
him
the hell?
with death glares.
Why him?
Uh,
Do you ask that?
No.
No, he's way too distracted.
Alright, Aaron, what do you want to do?
All right, so I have to resist this again in order to get up, or
That is
I'm pretty sure it lasts until the end of the turn.
effects you might issue.
Oh.
Yeah,
as
command
a
first
response.
level is not super powerful.
Sorry,
And-
what, Fuka?
Nothing.
Okay.
And even then, he did fulfill the condition already.
Yeah, you've
He
already
fell
fulfilled
to
the
ground.
command, so yes, you are allowed to You
Fly
can. You don't
again.
have to make a saving
All
throw.
right, I'm gonna
Instant.
fly again.
Floating back into the air like a damn Pokemon from Pokemon Stadium 1. He's
What a
sudden
And,
clothing
Jeffrey-looking
again.
asshole.
The Death
and
Knight
I'm,
uses dig.
and I'm gonna hit him twice. So
Okay.
that's 20, not in that.
Oh, that hits.
All right.
Damage,
Oops, that
damage.
fell.
Floor rolls don't count.
Uh,
Floor rolls don't count.
That's
Shut up,
a
Fraz.
10 plus, so that's 20.
That also hits.
All right.
So both hit.
And am I gonna, let's see.
Wait, what's the damage of the first one?
He's rolling damage for both of them just to do it all at once.
Okay.
It saves time.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna, yeah, all right. All right, 15 plus 9, that hits, I'm guessing?
Wait, what? You are.
Third attack. Third attack.
He
The
only
1d4
gets 2 because
damage.
he moved, so he's only got
Yeah.
2 actions.
No, the third
Yeah,
one was
yeah.
a bonus action.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, it's that love tap.
Oh, okay. Yes. Then, and you said 15 plus 9.
Yeah.
That hits. Yes.
That's 10 plus 20.
10 plus 20
I mean,
damage.
10 plus, not 20, 10 plus 10.
So
not-
20 points of
that's-
damage.
Yeah,
Okay.
20 points of damage.
As you
Alright.
smack the creature in the head yet again, it's now spitting up blood.
Wait, it's not undead.
Good question. All right.
Alright.
Gonna roll your other damage, or is that it?
I can't
'Cause
do anything else, can
You
I?
made
Like,
you made 2 attacks and you only rolled damage once.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh my
you want to
God.
skip
Listen,
it.
okay, listen. I am just absolutely nutting at the fact I have dragon wings right now. It's
Fair enough, but
fucking
still.
nuts.
Roll your yeah. You made 2 attacks and you only rolled for your bonus action attack, so you actually have 2
Oh.
more damaged rolls to do. So please fully
Oh.
roll,
Alright.
or I just decide to kill you.
Alright.
Can I replace
Let's
him?
see.
No way,
So
I can't do anything.
5
that
plus 3.
That's
Wait,
8.
no, that's
Okay.
13. Never mind.
So-
No, I'm a dummy. I can't
Okay.
count.
It's straight.
And that one fell. Let's see. 7 plus 10. That's 17.
Yep. Okay. All right.
We're good.
Yep.
We're good.
Now you're good.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
The Death Knight being very angry at you for still screwing up his charisma saving throw, having one last one left and not being willing to grab its weapon at this point and thinking spells are the better option.
He can
It's
dodge.
Can he though? Is the question. All right.
Yeah, that's true.
He is gonna cast banishment once more with a charisma saving throw, please, Aaron.
As the anti-magic field drops,
Yes.
Zilpip casts a counterspell.
And your counterspell is counterspelled by the Lich.
And I
You can.
counterspell his counterspell.
And he counterspells one more time, and he looks at you and
I
holds the staff
counterspell
out.
again.
And he
Look,
does it
come
again.
on.
He's gonna keep doing this till you fuck off. He's now glaring at Zilpit more than he was glaring at Agent A.
Do I have the spell map? Do I have counter spell?
It flips you off at the thought. All right, please, Aaron, do a charisma saving throw. Fuck you. All right.
That's a 15.
And Aaron vanishes.
Damn it.
That. All right. Let's roll damage.
D10s again.
Yep.
I
Don't
mean
worry.
D20s.
No,
Okay.
con saves.
Yeah.
Yeah, con saves. You're correct.
All right.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
d20s. Yeah,
Roll 10 of them.
It's 10 con saves. Yep.
and
Alright.
fucking count.
1. Okay, that's a 11.
You just want me
Okay.
to type it out.
I don't care.
That's so 11,
Mhm.
10.
Got it.
Uh, that's a 19.
Okay.
That's a 9 plus 9. I think that's 18.
Okay.
9 plus 2.
Okay.
Well, other way around, but doesn't matter. 16 plus 9.
Okay.
6 plus 9.
Okay.
That's 10.
Okay.
Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 18 plus 9. Did I
Okay.
already say that one? I think I did. No, I don't think I did. And that's a nat 20.
Okay. Let me roll damage.
I think you're gonna go down.
Oh wait, wrong dice. I almost rolled a D100. That would have been real bad.
I'll take a D100 actually.
No,
might
you don't, because I
roll
rolled a
low.
70 on it. You really don't want to take a D100 right now. Okay.
I don't have that much HP left. I have 5 less than that.
That's
5 less than 70.
I got 65.
He used his second wind.
all right.
Also, my
Bruh.
phone is on 1%, so I'm
Bye,
gonna catch you all later.
Okay.
Alright.
As you
Bye.
take
I love you guys.
as you take 33 points of elemental damage as you return,
On the ground or in the air?
he is still floating,
Okay.
and the creature looks with a smile on its face and waits. And it is your turn, Aaron, as you've returned back to the realm.
It's waiting.
Mm-hmm. It's your turn.
Cool.
It's a no shit. I can't say anything.
So it's standing there. It doesn't have its weapons.
Oh, it has its sword back in its hand and its shield.
Oh, okay.
It used the
Disarming
minute
attack.
to get its stuff back. All right,
Yeah, disarming attack.
go ahead and roll to hit.
Alright. Alright, that's 12 plus 9.
21.
That hits.
That's 11 plus. I mean, 1 plus 10, so 11.
11 points of damage. Okay.
And then I'm going to use my superiority die.
Okay.
And I'm going to do a disarming attack.
Yep. So its
That's
sword's gone.
7 plus the. Wait, no, I don't have.
No, no
anything.
plus, no
Yeah,
plus.
right.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do the little boop. So
You have another
1d4.
attack still.
I know,
What?
but I'm going to do the little boop.
Okay.
3 plus 5.
So 8.
All right.
'Kay.
And I'm gonna do the other attack. 5 plus 9. I'm guessing that doesn't hit.
That does not hit.
All right.
All right. And as you're still floating, and now he only has a shield, he's very mad because he can't fucking hit you now without his sword. And he is going to go ahead and I'm just checking something. That's one's. All right. Issue its command and go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw, please. As he tells you to drop once more.
19 plus 3.
That fails.
Damn.
And he is going to cast a second thing. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
That's easy.
I hope so.
That's 11 plus 9, so 20.
That does succeed, but you still
Sweet.
take half damage.
All right.
Okay, so 1 sec. That's
1 dice. 2 dice. 3 dice. 4 dice. 5 dice. 6 dice.
Wait.
13 points of thunder damage. Yes.
Oh, never mind then. You already rolled the damage. It's fine.
Yep. All right, 13 points of thunder damage,
All right.
and then
What the fuck?
9.
What the fuck?
14.
What the
15
fuck?
points of necrotic damage as he casts
Is-
destructive wave yet again.
All right. Is there any more damage?
No, you're good now.
Okay.
Oh, and you're knocked prone.
Okay.
So,
Half your movement. It's fine.
so you have 5 feet of movement now.
I can still get up.
You can
still
fly 5 feet.
Oh, sorry. You did successfully make the saving throw, so you aren't knocked prone. My apologies.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So so I'm gonna fly back up to where I was again.
Yeah.
All right.
As you float back up on your turn, that's one of your movements. So you've got your 2 actions left.
How's he looking?
Aaron looks beat up badly. She is bleeding from all orifices that you can see. There are cuts up and down her arms. She is just not looking good. The Death Knight's skull is cracked. The armor, the helmet it was wearing has fallen off. Its sword is cracked and looks like it's ready to break. And it looks pretty beaten up too. But it looks to be in better condition than Aaron. And the
It's gotta
Lich.
be out of spells at this point.
Oh, it's got only all it's got left are its third, second, and first level, and I'm gonna be well, it only has second and third level, and to be honest, they're all based on magic or having a weapon in your hand, and Aaron keeps stealing my fucking sword, so I can't do
Keep
anything.
going.
All right.
I will
Oh,
say,
no.
as the Lich looks to you, he looks Aaron in the eyes, not the Death Knight, but the actual Lich himself, Welfin. And he stands. He says, "Now is your chance to surrender before it kills you." Or before I kill that damn turtle. I will fireball your ass up there. I can see you.
You know,
Yield
I'm
now.
gonna have,
Leave the castle.
I'm gonna have to say no to that, Chief. I'm sorry.
Fine.
Someone's cracking under the pressure.
Looks to AJ. The Lich looks back at
Under
AJ.
pressure. Bum,
I
bum, bum.
swear I will end you.
I just blow him a kiss.
You and your damn dog. Alright. Go ahead, Aaron.
All right. So,
Flying again.
yep.
Team Rocket's flying off again.
13 plus 9.
22.
Hits.
All right. That's a 16.
Okay.
All right. And I'm yeah, no, that's yeah, I don't think yeah, I'm not doing anything after. I'm just gonna do another attack.
Okay.
But I'm not like doing that's a 1, so
That does not hit. Roll again, please, to confirm.
that's a 7.
Okay, you did not kill yourself.
That would have been
Congratulations.
fucking traumatic.
As you continue to smack away at this Death Knight, he is beaten up. His sword hand is cracked. His shield is starting to fall apart. He looks very broken up by the whole thing. His face is cut up. There's a nice long scar going. You can see a
Wait,
black ichor draining.
Wait, never mind. He hasn't been hitting me with his sword. Never mind.
No, he doesn't even have his sword in his hand yet.
Yeah.
However, he is going to take his movement and grab his sword, so you get an attack of opportunity.
Yep. 13 plus 9, does that hit?
Yeah, it hits.
All right. 3 plus 10, so 13. And he's stopped in his tracks now, so he doesn't actually move at all.
All right, as he goes to grab for his sword, as you smack his hand away, cutting off his forearm completely clean, slicing up, a black ichor starts to explode, and it just glares at you as it seems to like burn its arm or its arm stub just to close up the wound. It glares at you and realizes it has no other spell, so he's going to try and smack you with its own shield. And does a 14 plus 16 hit?
I have to refresh to see if.
You
Does
have
he
an
have a
armor class of
22?
22. It does not hit.
22, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
As the shield, as
yeah,
he
I thought you-
swipes at you with his shield, trying to smack you in the air in an effortless movement, you just manage to move out of the way.
Since it actually no, I'm not. Never mind.
What?
I was thinking of something. Never mind.
Okay.
Don't
And
forget the thing.
since it's missed, it can't fucking do anything. The Death Knight just stands there. It is your turn, Aaron.
I'm gonna roll to hit it.
One more hit. One
He is
more
15
hit.
beaten
plus 9.
badly. That hits.
13 damage.
All right.
I'm gonna
He
do my
is
little
on
boop.
the brink. His shield is dropped to the ground. His other arm is cleaved off.
I'm gonna do my little boop.
Okay.
2 plus 5.
How do you want to do this?
I want to literally just fucking shove the fucking halberd straight through him into a golem and then just pulverize him into the ground. Just smash like a hammer.
as you slam into him, skewering him into the iron golem right through. You hear the lich yell out, "No!" as that's too late, smashing into him. He explodes into Iker, guts and blood going all over you, and the body being decimated to nothing left. The creature, or the Death Knight, lays dead. The Iron Golem's fine.
Yeah,
The
I'm
Iron
sure he
Golem
is
is
fine.
now stuck. You've got that stuck in it, but it's fine. And it looks no different as the Lich is angry and pulls out his sword and is charging at you, which we will come back to next time. Thank you all for watching. I hope you've
Wow.
enjoyed this session. We will see you next Saturday with the conclusion of Aaron's arc. Thank you all for checking this out.
That's bullshit.
Woo!
Don't make